Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! I'm your host, Santa, and with me tonight is my trustworthy toy-making elf, Kelly. How are you?
Hello, Holly Jolly Santa. I am so happy to be here. How are you?
I'm doing great and jolly too. Drinking on a very festive holiday beer that we'll talk about later. But let me introduce the man on IG with some of the dopest picks out there. The Charizard Pooler of Cards. The dude that hosts some of the raddest live claim sales I have ever seen. A legend in the retro gaming scene. Ryan, a.k.a. OG Retro on Instagram. How are you, brother?
Hey, that was an incredible intro. Thank you, Beau. I'm good, man. I'm good, Santa. Santa, not Beau. Santa, what's good?
I will go back to Beau because I feel like I started talking like a pirate, and then
yeah,
like just
you definitely
just an
switched
old
it.
man.
It completely fucked me up midway through. I'm gonna be honest.
I was gonna roll with it and say, "Wow, Santa, I didn't know was on Instagram and like waiting on your claim sales. Like, what an honor!"
That is pretty. I am honored. Thank you for having me, guys. Thank you for having me.
No problem, man.
Happy
Thank
to be
you.
here.
Thank you for being on here. We really appreciate it, and I know we've been following each other for a while now since you started. On
really
Instagram.
has been. Yeah, you were definitely one of the first people I followed on the IG.
Absolutely, man. I've seen your account grow and blossom to what it is today.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's honestly been a weird and wild ride.
It has been, and we will talk about that momentarily, but let's get into beer talk right now because I'm thirsty. I haven't drank in the past 2 days, and I am ready to chug. All
right, cool. I'm going to finish up this coffee, like literally chug this coffee so I can crack this beer. Let's do it.
All right, Kelly, do you want to talk about your beer?
Yes. I mean, are we not talking about the same beer?
Yes, we are.
Beau and I are being very festive today, and we have holiday beers on deck. And tonight, we are starting the evening off with the Trogs Mad Elf, which, if you know, is a daring start to the evening.
Yes,
we
are
11%. We're sitting at 11%. I don't know what you got. I have mine in a can right now, actually.
So I have a bottle.
Okay.
I have a bottle from 2018.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. It's
aged.
good. Yeah, it's good to age this beer for sure.
Yeah.
It is you can definitely on this year for sure, because they do change a little bit, but on this current year, which I'm drinking, there's a lot of cherry I can taste. So it's pretty fronted. I don't know how yours is after it's been
very
sitting
cherry. Like cherry? That is the dominant fruit. Yeah, cherry for sure.
Yeah, because I know sometimes it can be
a barrel aged stout. What kind of beer is it again?
It tastes like it's in a barrel.
It's like a Belgian.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. This one, like usually, I think like the past 2 years, maybe I thought it was a little bit more spice fronted than the cherries, but this year I can taste more cherries, I feel like, than normal. But it says on the can, the holidays at Trogs start with our inner mad elf momentarily taking over the brew deck. So blame him for this cheerful ruby red creation brewed with cherries, Pennsylvania honey, and spicy Belgian yeast reminiscent of cinnamon, clove, and allspice. And the can or the bottle has a cute little elf in like a red looking Santa hat. And he does look a little mad, like crazy mad, not like upset at the world, but just like a little bit. Maybe he's like a couple toys short this year, and for various
he's
reasons.
Worked overtime.
And Santa's been breathing down his little fluffy collared neck, and he's just kind of losing it here towards the 24th.
So when I was at the beer store yesterday looking for holiday beers, I came across this one that was like Angry Gnome or something like that, right? And I'm like, oh, that's sort of like Mad Elf. Like maybe that's a winter beer. And on the can, it's like, you'd be angry too if you didn't have this New England IPA. And I'm like, this isn't festive at all. And I'm like, wait, actually, it's just a gnome and a mushroom as the label. I'm like, why did I even like relate this to like a holiday beer? You know?
Well, it's because we're so
on
used
you.
to talking about angry or crazy mythical creatures, short mythical creatures.
Right.
So I guess you associated it with the gnome. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm just glad I didn't buy it for this podcast.
There you go.
Maybe next time.
But yeah, it's good. It's heavy. It's definitely a sipping beer.
Oh, definitely.
I have a few more beers in front of me, but hopefully, I don't crack them all open like the last time.
No, I mean, I'd say go for it.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Honestly, our last podcast with Hognut.
Mr. Lou.
Yeah, Mr. Louie Lou. It was great. It was amazing. I didn't remember the last half of it until I re-listened to it. And I was like, oh, I was actually fine the whole time. I just fucking like spaced out. Like I did not remember what I said. But
yeah, from somebody who podcasts with you bi-weekly while drinking, you definitely did not seem like you were in a space where you didn't comprehend things.
It's a good thing.
Yeah. And I felt like death the next day. I almost called off work, but I didn't.
Jeez.
So yeah, it was like that bad. It was all these double IPAs that I was drinking. That's all I had in the fridge. Yeah.
That's my style. That's what I'm drinking now.
There you go.
We got a
tell us what you have.
Yeah, we got a data points from Equilibrium Brewery out in Middletown, New York.
Okay.
Classic New England IPA, hazy. Definitely a lot of citrus notes, but rounds out very earthy. I gotta say, it's like it's grounded. it's interesting. It's like very, very grounded, neutral at the back, but citrusy at the front. That's how I describe it.
What's the percent on it?
Oh, we got a solid 8.5 here.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, it'll do it for me.
Nice.
That's a cool little brewery. I've wanted to go.
Oh, it's amazing.
Because my aunt lives up near there.
Yeah, my pops lives there. My pops lives right around, and I used to go to the can releases all the time, and just be an absolute like maniac for this stuff. Wait outside at like 6 a.m.
Oh my gosh.
Now people wait like, I mean, they're huge now. It blew up at this point, but like people wait outside like 4 a.m. will come night before, put out chairs and shit for this stuff.
Yeah.
But they used to not distribute at all, and now during the pandemic and a lot of breweries started like distributing like crazy. Yeah. Even like super small craft breweries like just like stepped up their distribution game because they were forced to. Yeah,
you have to. You're not getting any people inside the doors, so yeah, what are you going to do?
Exactly.
Well, besides beer, the beer sounds great on your half, Ryan, and our beer sounds like we're going to get in trouble later tonight. What have you guys been up to? Any recent pickups or games you have been playing? Kelly, you want to start us off?
Haven't really played too much this week. I had a pretty busy week. But I'm looking forward to I know tonight we're recording. It's Tuesday night. So tonight is the start of the Overwatch winter event, which is always a fun time to log on and do that. So I always do that every year. A little bit of Animal Crossing winter event. You know, all these winter events are happening. It's time to spread around and make sure I get all my stuff. So that's pretty much it as far as recent pickups. Nothing real. Oh no, actually, I texted you the other day, Beau. My sweetest pickup that I had found. It was actually, I was like looking on Marketplace for stuff to buy locally to keep inventory, and
love it.
I found this guy selling a box. Well, it came in a big box, but like it was a bunch of like Nintendo toys, and a lot of them were like the McDonald's toys and like a couple random other things. And then it caught my eye, this one figure, and I like started looking it up on eBay because I don't think I've ever seen like this figure before. And it is Funky Kong from Donkey Kong. And he just doesn't get a lot of merchandise out there in the world. It's mostly Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, maybe Dixie. So if you get another Kong out there, it's really exciting. So I started looking it up, and he's standing on a skateboard. So I was like, all right, I'm like digging through like eBay sold listings, like trying to figure out what this figure is. Apparently it was like, I think it was made in 1999. So right around the DK64 era. Yep. So he was like, I think he's probably like maybe 6 or 7 inches tall and posable. And he's on this little skateboard. And the skateboard, when you take his feet off, it says Nintendo 64 on the bottom. And I just think it's the coolest little figure. But basically, the price he was asking for this lot of toys was essentially the sold price of the Funky Kong figure. So I was like, well, I'll just buy it and then sell the rest of the stuff that I don't want eventually. So I don't know. I'm a sucker for Kong merch. Especially like I usually like to go like Donkey Kong Country style merch, but the DK64 stuff is pretty cool too. So I had to get that. So that is my most recent pickup.
That's so.
And that was it was a great pickup. Too.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I gotta figure out a way to take like a nice picture. Maybe I'll put them out. It's supposed to snow tomorrow. Maybe I'll put them out in the snow and take a picture.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, it's not a snowboard, but like still.
That would
if you put the wheels under the snow,
they'll never know.
Exactly. They'll never know.
They'll never know.
Exactly. How about you, Ryan?
Oh man. 2 things today. So in the mail today, I picked up Holy Grail of something I've wanted for a very long. And I guess it's not really gaming related. It's Pokemon related. And I guess that's, it's a tangent of this community at this point. I picked up this what's called the Reverse Hollow Legendary Collection set. So it's a set that came out in 2002, and a lot of people hated it because the cards kind of look like fake cards. It's like this weird firework holographic pattern. It just it isn't like anything Pokemon really or Wizards of the Coast produced before. Or like nothing's ever really been produced like it, and so they didn't sell well. Like most like most things that are rare today, like that's one of the things that like happen. If a game doesn't sell well, it usually is rare. Like today,
Yeah.
So same type of thing happened, and so I picked up the whole set today from a really crazy deal on Instagram. Guy reached out, and I don't know. It's just, I'm super stoked to check that off the list and to get it for the price I got it for. It's pretty insane. And the condition is insane. So that was really cool. But then video games, this is wild actually. I went to go grab some Chinese food for lunch, and there's a thrift store across the street. I was like, I'll go check. Like,
absolutely.
You gotta go check. Yeah. I'm there. I'm right there. And I actually checked 2. There's 2. I checked 2. Yeah. It wasn't just I'll check 1. It was 2 right there. So first one, big swing and a miss. All the usual shitty sports titles, whatever. Yeah. Going to the second one, and right there, first game I see is that Fight for Def Jam New York or whatever, the one that's worth $100
for PS2, right?
Yeah, for PS2, and I was like, no way! Like I've never had that kind of luck at a thrift store. Like I've found like some decent games at thrift stores, like like maybe a $30 Zelda game or something for the Wii. Like I don't know, like good Wii titles, maybe a couple decent GameCube titles, but that was wild. Like. Yeah. So I found that today. That was $5 at the thrift.
Dang.
That's awesome.
So that was super cool.
That's a fun game too.
Yeah, I have it for the cube. So like this is going to be for sale tonight at the claim sale. But it's just, and I'll be able to. What's cool about that is like I'll be able to give someone a super good deal on it too. Like I'm not going to sell it for $100. Like if you're at the claim sale, I'm just saying it's going to be a very good price.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's good. You always have to, every time you have like the inkling when you get near a thrift store that you're I should stop. You 100%. Have to stop. You have to. Because every time I've done it, it's like I'll find something.
I agree.
I have too many times that I would be like, nope, my thrift senses are tingling.
Gotta go. Yep.
Yeah, every time I go to the Goodwill that's close to Kelly's and I's house, I never find anything, and I just curse Kelly, honestly. I'm just like, oh, she must have been here before me.
No, not necessarily true. There was a couple times I found some pretty good stuff there, but recently I haven't really found too much, so
yeah,
maybe I curse you every time I leave.
Yeah, I found like a few GameCube games there. Actually, a decent amount of GameCube games, like ranging though from like $5 to $25.
That's awesome. GameCube's still like tough to find. I feel like it gets if it's there, it gets swooped up super quick,
so fast. Yeah.
And I'm trying to. Today was honest. I haven't been to the thrifts in so long, just because I guess of like all the pandemic stuff going on. I've just been like kind of hunkered down, and I've just been selling like Pokemon cards, and like I've been buying all my deals online and finding a lot of lots online. So I really haven't had the motivation. And today was kind of just like a random. Like I said, I was picking up Chinese food. Needed to stop.
Yeah.
So,
but now I'm going to go more often.
Absolutely.
I'm motivated again after finding that.
It's always good to make friends with people that work at a thrift shop too, and give them your number and be like, "Hey, if you got any video games, like just throw me a text and I'll be right down."
Yeah, that's
all
definitely
the thrift shop workers. All the thrift shop workers near me are like super old. I'm not even sure they have real phones. I don't.
True. They're all on the jitterbug.
Yeah, exactly. And it's super cute. They're all really nice. They all say hi to me when I walk in, but like they don't know what a video game is.
True.
They know what books are. Yeah. It's a DVD, 100%. And that's what I found this one in the DVD section.
Yeah.
So it's just like, yeah. As good as that, I have good connects. I actually have a great connect at GameStop. I made a couple weeks ago. So shout out my man Cole. But, that's my connect. But connects with the thrift stores, I wish. But if you can, I think that's a great tip.
Yeah. I have one of the vendors that I sell with. She works down at the Salvation Army down in York. So I'm not that close to it. Like, probably like half an hour or 40 minutes away from that thrift store specifically. So I'm not down there often. Yeah. But like she will hit me up and be like, "Hey, I got something in. If you're interested." Awesome. She knows that I do the video games, so she'll just be like, "Hey, like if you're interested, come in when I'm working, and I'll give you a deal or whatever." And I'll be like, "All right."
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So if you can, I'd definitely make your connections where you can. GameStop,
always.
Stores.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Helpful.
Yeah. I mean, this is. I don't feel. I mean, because I do the streams, I don't mind buying a lot of Pokemon product. Some people give people shit for buying up a lot of product. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I sell the product. Like everybody's kind of enjoying what I'm doing, so I'm not gonna apologize for it. Anyways,
right.
the connect at GameStop, I got 4 times the pre-orders. Basically.
Oh wow!
for the new product for Shining Fates. So I'll be able to. I mean, it's just gonna provide a lot of content for the streams. So that's what I'm excited about. Like people are so stoked to watch the streams. They've been so much fun.
Yeah, there's something about watching a pack getting opened, whether it's a live stream or like a YouTube video. Even like as somebody who doesn't even collect Pokemon cards, it's just like, ooh, what are they gonna get?
100%.
What are they gonna get? It's exciting.
I like seeing your face when you get something shiny.
It's so genuine too, dude. Because I don't know. It's like it's fucking exciting. I don't know. I mean, because some of these cards these are worth hundreds of dollars. So it's just like, Jesus Christ, these people are making money right now.
Absolutely.
They paid, some of them like $6 a pack. Some of the packs are 10, but like, you turn $10. It's gambling, like 100%.
Yeah,
I will call it 100% gambling, But it's fun because it also just tugs on the nostalgia heartstrings a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been doing it. I've been collecting Pokemon since I was like 4 years old.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I don't know. And I don't gamble in real life. Like I don't go to the casino. I'll do this all day.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, Beau.
Well,
let's hear what you've been playing.
Yeah. What about you, Beau?
So I picked up one game and only one game. And it's Cyber motherfucking Punk.
I'm jealous.
So
what are you playing it on?
Regular PS4.
Okay.
So
That
I'll
gives
tell
me
you.
hope.
I'll tell you my experiences.
Okay. Oh, I
So I
love that
went.
we're talking about this. Sorry for interrupting you again.
No, it's fine. So I went into this game literally 99% blind, really not knowing much about it besides Keanu Reeves being in it. And
Fuck yeah.
still now I haven't really been listening to any discussion about it. Like maybe some friends are like telling me like something that they did or like something I should look out for, but that's about it.
Right.
I just wanted to experience this game for myself, by myself, without any biases coming in. And I am absolutely loving it.
Ooh, love it.
The atmosphere and city are so alive, so much things to see and do. There's 3 different paths that you can start off as in the beginning. So you can either be a nomad, a street kid, or a corpo, which corpo is like corporation, like big wigs and all that. Street kid looked like the funnest, and nomads look like the poor people in the desert that were sort of like Mad Max.
Okay.
So cool. I went with the street kid.
Fuck yeah.
And I also went with a female character because when I was designing my male character, it was like, what kind of penis do you want and how big do you want it? And I was like, oh, I did not realize this was a thing because I went into it blind. So I was like, if I'm seeing the penis now, I'm probably going to see it later in the game. I would personally rather look at boobs and other female parts.
I agree. So
I went back.
Logical.
Yes. I went back and my wife was sitting next to me and I was just like, let me look at your nose. Let me look at your eyes. And I designed her,
I've designed characters based on my girlfriend Loki.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't what's the word? I don't oppose to that approach.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like a little vanilla,
or
basic. Bit. Like, I don't want to be with anyone besides my wife, but really, I don't want to.
Yeah. I mean, from the female perspective, that's honoring. I would say if it was me, like somebody was like, "Oh, I made this character after you," but like, "Oh, thank you." That's really
absolutely.
Nice. You're thinking about me that much that you want to play a video game as me. Wait, maybe that's not as flattering.
Yeah, when you say it out loud, it does say it's a little weirder, but it's
like I died 100 times yesterday as you.
All because you didn't take out the trash.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So this game really reminds me a lot of Fallout 4. It's a huge open world with endless amounts of loot, equipment, and perks to level up. The hand-to-hand fighting feels pretty good. But the gun battles I've gotten into feeling a bit stiff and rigid right now. I feel like it will get better later in the game when I level up some perks. But there's a lot of cyber network hacking in the game, which initially I was stumped on what to do. I'm like, what the hell is this? But after just like doing it over and over again, it's just like little codes where it tells you the code that you need to do it. And then it's sort of like tic-tac-toe on how you actually perform it. Mm-hmm. It's a lot simpler than like I made it out to be, and probably a lot of other people initially looked at it and felt a little stumped or behind, and then after you do it you're like, okay, this is easy enough. So there are some bugs I've encountered, but I was expecting loads more for such a large game. I only had one instance where the game crashed, but have seen lots of objects such as cars and motorcycles fly up into the air and explode for no reason. Like literally, like so you can call your car almost like you can call your horse in Witcher or Red Dead or something like that, and it just comes right up. And I called it, and it got stuck behind some like cones and shit. And I'm like, okay, like how am I supposed to get it out of this thing? Like it was like a construction zone. Right. And I'm walking up to it, and then it just like flies up into the air, comes back down, and explodes. And I'm like, all right, let me just call another car, which luckily you can do. You can just like call as many cars as you want. But then I also like walked out of the building and I saw a motorcycle like break dancing. And I'm like, what is that over there? And like I get closer to it and it's just like glitching out. Yeah. Dude, so weird. So yeah, I am playing on the PS4. It's a regular PS4. It's not a Pro. There's parts of it where I'm like, this looks beautiful. Like the cutscenes look great, you know. But in game where like someone's talking to you and you can walk around them, it can look shitty. There's parts where I was like looking at myself in a mirror. So this is a first person game. So you never really see your character unless you're in the menu screen or it's a cutscene. And when I was looking in the mirror at myself, I have hair in game, and I was also wearing like a fedora because I was like the first hat they give you. And yeah, right. But in the mirror, I was bald and shirtless. So I was like, okay, like that's different.
World breaking. Yeah.
Yeah. I think they fixed that part because I looked in a mirror later after a patch and it seemed okay. And there was parts where I was like, it looks like I'm playing a PS3 game.
Wow.
But really that doesn't matter to me at all because the story is just phenomenal. Like I am thinking about it all day, every day. And I like literally, if we're not recording this podcast, I'd be playing it right now.
That's
it's taking up all my time. Yeah.
When you are like doing something else or like living the rest of your life and you can't stop thinking about playing a game again, like that is such a unique feeling that doesn't come with many games. So that's good to hear.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question about, did you play The Witcher 3?
So I didn't play a lot of it. I probably played 15 hours of it and I was just like, this is good, but it's not grabbing me. And this was right before Breath of the Wild came out as well and Horizon Zero Dawn. And I was like, I played that and then I got Breath of the Wild and I was like, nah, this is the game that I wanted to play actually.
Damn wild.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you played Horizon Zero Dawn or no?
So I tried playing that after getting Breath of the Wild and I was like, I literally couldn't get out of the PlayStation menu screen because I kept pressing the wrong buttons thinking it was a Switch controller.
Switch.
Yeah. And I was like, something's wrong with my PlayStation. And it like took me an hour to realize, no, I just have to press the home screen. Yeah, it was awful. It was really bad. So then I went back to Breath of the Wild again. I was like, this is just not for me right now.
I've definitely put in 5 times as many hours in The Witcher 3 than Breath of the Wild.
Oh, wow. Yeah. No.
Maybe 10 times.
Okay. No, I love Breath of the Wild. It's such a...
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, such a good game.
I mean, it's a really good game.
Yeah.
But The Witcher 3 is all time for me.
Yeah. And Cyberpunk right now is that for me.
That's
and
amazing.
I think they keyed in some of like movement and like the fighting so far. Like I personally like fighting with guns or shooting with guns more so than magic or hand-to-hand combat like with swords. Yeah. But swords are a big thing in Cyberpunk as well. I don't have one yet, but my friend told me that like it's almost cheating having a sword and the perks that you can level up to really just make whatever your one hand sword is like unstoppable. So, yeah.
Well, I would like to bring my viewpoint to the table here. Please. I have literally never played Cyberpunk 2077.
All right.
I've not played it yet either.
However, I have filled my brain with about 3.5 hours of a Twitch stream of it.
That's amazing.
Nice.
One of my favorite streamers, Crank Gameplays, Ethan was playing it and he had a bunch of streams on it and I watched it and I was like, I want to know, because I was like you. I went into this game very blind. I knew about Keanu Reeves. I knew it was like an extremely hyped up game and people have been waiting for it and, all this stuff, but I really didn't look into storyline or the playability or anything of it before going in. So I kind of just went into the stream and was like, Beau is liking this game. I was debating like, should I pick this game up? What would I like it? Like, so let's watch a stream of it. And also like, I want to be able to talk about it on the podcast. So I watched 3 hours of it and man, this game looks great. Mm-hmm. Like, so he's obviously playing it on probably some like wonderful PC that, can handle this shit at max graphics. So it looked fantastic.
Yeah, it looks phenomenal.
It looked
I'm going to play it on PC.
Yeah, it looked
I don't have I don't have like that kind of PC, but I think I can play it decent. And I want to not to interrupt you guys again. The tangent again. the reselling that's going on with like PS5s, Xbox Ones, or Xbox Series X, that's also the same thing's going on with PC graphics cards.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, that new graphics card that came out.
Yeah, I want to upgrade my graphics card so I can play Cyberpunk at like a better frame rate, and I can't even do that right now. So I'm gonna, and that's why I've been hesitating to buy Cyberpunk, because I didn't want to like
how much are they going for?
So the graphics card I want is like the retail price is like $400 or $420.
I was gonna say it was like $399 or something.
Yeah, and then people are reselling these things for like $800.
Holy hell!
Yeah, like 100% markup, double the price.
But like the thing is that this graphic card that came out was like, I don't know much about PC gaming, but like it was basically this state of the art graphics card for like the lowest price ever, like ever, because they wanted people to like have it, obviously. And everybody was like, yoink.
Yeah, the like cost to or the performance to dollar like ratio,
it was insane.
Like you're saying, it's insane. It's like, so that's what eventually I will get that card. But continue with what you were saying about watching the stream and everything.
All right, so so I was watching this stream and like I don't know where I came in on the story, but it was pretty early on, I assume, in the game, because it seemed like he was still like getting the hang of it. Mm-hmm. So he was also a street kid character, a female street kid character, and like just following along and watching like the quests and stuff. Here is my initial reaction of Cyberpunk. It is Fallout meets Borderlands meets GTA.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It is like hands down, that's exactly what this is. All of those games came together in like this like beautiful new futuristic game, because you have the looting aspect that you get from Borderlands and Fallout. You get the perks. You have like these weird enemies saying stuff like when you do in Borderlands. And like you have the ability to just drive your car wherever through a city, like an open world, like GTA, and you've got quests and you've got like jobs and things like that, like GTA, and obviously like quests like the other ones. But like just felt like those games combined and then like just made this game. It was like, it felt like a lot of games that I loved together. And so I was like, I definitely have to get this game. Like, this looks great. This looks so fun. And I kept watching the stream, and it was just really nice to like see everything and like see, like, because I'll be invested in the storyline, I'm sure, once I play it, but like I was watching it, for the entertainment value at that point. So I was like starting to look things up and like, and then I'm seeing all these articles that are like, if you have an original Xbox, because that's, what I do, like, don't even bother because it's just going to be crap. And I'm like, I'd like right now at the price point that it's at, I don't know if I want to spend that money to have it just like potentially crash all the time or just like look like a piece of shit. Whereas if I wait, a couple of months and I get a new Xbox and then I get it for that, like, and then just start from there. I don't know. So it's like I'm in a weird place with it. Like, I want it really bad now.
Yeah.
After watching it, but I don't think that I have the ability to play it, which is frustrating.
You do have the ability to play it. It's just people are like snobs about graphic fidelity and everything else. Like,
but I like
that's how I am.
Even when he was playing on like the highest graphics settings on his like, fancy PC, there were still like floating chopsticks and like
absolutely
or whatever. Like there's still bugs, but they were
because
just, like,
it's a brand new game.
Right. But I just don't want these like these game crashing or like, like you basically can't play the game without quitting every, half an hour or something to
it's
reboot
not like
it.
that. No,
I'm just worried it's going to be, I'm just worried it's going to be like that. And I don't want that.
Yeah. No, I don't think it would be like that. Like last night I was playing a mission and it's a weird mission where you have like this robot spider thing that you have to control with the cameras. And really different, something I've never done before, fairly easy, but then like it goes back to me in first person and I'm just seeing like red lines on my screen and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I posted it in my stories, and Tyler, our friend Tyler Kelly, messages me, and he's like, you just have to go into like your cyber network vision again, and then go out of it, and it will like erase. Like that's like a common thing that happens even on his PS5.
Okay.
And I was like, well, I just closed out of it already, and we're building Legos now. So
yeah, there were some things that like I watched on the stream, like things would happen on the screen, like with the vision or whatever of the character, and he would be like, I don't know how I'm supposed to fix this. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
And then obviously he had a chat to help him figure it out, but like eventually he got it. But so I think there's a lot of like weird stuff like that we're not used to controlling as a player in a game. So that's kind of new to us.
Yeah.
Like we don't have to think about like when we're playing any other game, like calibrating the vision of our character at any given time, or like
absolutely
paying attention to this kind of stuff. So it's just interesting. Maybe that's just a learning curve there or whatever. I don't know. We'll see.
Honestly, I think it was a bug, what I was experiencing. Yeah. But either way, like it's not like taking me away from the game. Like personally, I would have kept playing it, but my wife was like, well, this would be a good time to watch a Christmas movie and build these Legos. And I'm like, fuck it, I guess.
Guess I'll spend time with my wife.
I guess.
I'm not my virtual wife.
Yeah. I built a really cool Lego Harry Potter tower, though.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
The Lego Harry Potter sets are actually, I mean, they're really awesome.
Cool. I used to get those all the time when I was a kid. Like that was what I was asking for like my birthday and Christmas, like Harry Potter Legos.
Yep.
So into Harry Potter.
Me as well. I thought I was going to Hogwarts for the solid portion of my childhood.
Absolutely.
Oh my god!
When was the letter coming? I don't know. I was waiting for it. It never came, and I'm still kind of waiting. Like I wouldn't be surprised if it showed up and they're like, "You're in for the adult university. Like you're in," and I'm going.
I would go too, and then it'd be like a concentration camp or something.
Yeah, we got we got scammed. We paid like some crazy security or like some wired money to some account, and
some Nigerian prince just made millions off of all of us Harry Potter fans.
Either that or it's just like Phoenix University online.
Yeah. Or it's
online classes.
It's like Firefly.
Oh my god!
The island party that never happened.
Yeah.
We're all just like on this island starving
with like wood for one like little piece of twigs.
We're like, there's no fucking magic on this island.
Oh man, that'd be funny.
Yeah. No, Cyberpunk's good. I can't wait to play more of it. Like it's glitchy. I was expecting that, but like it's going to just keep getting better.
Yeah.
And what's nice is, once I eventually get a PS5, my content will go over there, I believe.
That's true.
So, it's fine. Like, it's going to be fine.
Yeah. Wait, I definitely had two questions, but I remember one. Here's the first. Have you played the game Outer Worlds?
No.
It came out earlier this year.
No, I haven't played that one yet, but it's one on my backlog.
Yeah, so that's another. I don't know how similar it is to it. It seems like it's really similar to Cyberpunk, but I don't.
Yeah, I heard it was kind of similar to a Fallout type.
Yeah, I mean it because I played through it. I played at least like 20 or 25, 30 hours of it. I might not have beat it, but like it was like a space like galactical, but action adventure RPG, just like this kind of thing, just like Fallout and Borderlands, all those games. And I'm just curious, like I haven't seen many people make the connection yet, or like I haven't seen that been like a thing talked about. And the Outer Worlds was like a huge game when it came out. Like it was like people were talking about it a lot. Like it was a really well received game. I just looked it up quickly on my phone, like 9s across the board from every rating, like, and like really good scores. So like, you haven't heard anything about anybody comparing it to Cyberpunk 2077 or whatever?
No, I haven't yet.
Yeah.
Somebody might in the future.
Yeah. I'm very interested to see that perspective.
I think Cyberpunk is going to be the game that is in conversation for the next 5 years.
Hell
honestly. I think it's a game that might surpass GTA 5 eventually. Like GTA 5 is like what, almost a decade long going.
Yeah, pretty much.
I make
But
fun of that all the time.
If they can do Cyberpunk like GTA 5 in the next 5-7 years where they allow online play,
Yeah.
you know, and a mass world where a bunch of cyberpunks can join up and battle each other and do missions together, like it's going to be epic.
Yeah.
They definitely needed at least a few more months to hash out things in this game to get it right and have enough like testing going on.
Yeah, they were feeling the pressure already, which I think is the problem, is why it came out
and
like
they
this.
delayed it so much that I was just like, whatever. Like I didn't pre-order my copy until I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks before it came out. And I only did that because it was $50 cheaper on Amazon. Or no, $10 cheaper. Sorry, it was $50. And I was like, fuck it. Like, I'm ready for this game. I've been thinking about this game. I know nothing about this game, but I'm thinking about it. Like, I love the whole.
I just bought it.
Did you? Nice.
Yeah. You guys,
we do that so often on podcasts.
Convince me. Damn it.
It's so bad. It's such a bad habit.
So what did you buy it on?
I bought it on PC.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so we'll see. 63 gigabyte download.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's like a big patch right after that.
Yeah.
If that's for PC as well.
I mean, talking about it with you and the fact that you're playing it on a regular PS4 makes me feel like maybe there is some hope. Who knows? Maybe the next week, if I like marinate on it a little more, I might end up grabbing it. We'll see.
Yeah. So
I think you should.
Yeah, just to end Cyberpunk and like the graphics and how it looks. Last night when I was playing it, I did mess with the settings a little bit, and I just took off the film grain setting, and it made it look so much crisper and clearer.
That's a weird setting.
I don't know why it's a default setting.
Yeah, that's like, what do you? This is like another graphic setting for video games. What do you think about motion blur?
That was also a setting, and I kept that on because I was thinking about it. I'm like, do I like this? Do I not? And the only time that I did really notice it in the game was when I was in the car going super fast, and I was like, that's sort of cool looking.
There.
Yeah, but I can't think of me seeing it outside of driving the car.
Unless you had a fast enemy, I think would be the only other time that there would be a motion blur outside of the car.
Yeah. But I might turn everything off. Like there's like
fuck it all, dude. Get rid of everything.
Yeah, just make it black and white. Make it two rectangles hitting one square back and forth. Back and forth. Yeah.
32-bit.
8-bit Cyberpunk.
Yeah. Port it to the NES. Like, come on.
Just throw the PS4 through the TV and call it a day. Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, I like it. I can't wait to play more. That's all I'm going to say about it.
I'll say one more thing. I saw someone on TikTok the other day. I don't know if you. I mean, I love TikTok. I'll be honest.
My wife is addicted, and she keeps sending me videos.
That's what I do to my girlfriend.
Through message, and I'll click on it, I'll watch it, I'll laugh, and then I see another one pop up, and it only shows me like 5 seconds out of the 15 seconds. And there was one that I was like, I need to see the rest of this, so I had to download it to watch it.
You're in. You're hooked.
I don't. Yeah, I don't open it all the time though.
Yeah. No. You sound. I don't smoke crack all the time.
Dude, it's totally crack for my wife. Yeah,
that's how I feel too.
Here's the thing: it's like the best thing about it is like you could watch a YouTube channel or something, but that takes like 5 to 10 to 15 minutes.
That's an investment.
There's so many ads.
This is me.
No investment.
This is me and my little ADHD peanut brain going, oh. Like every time I see something else, it's great. So it keeps my attention.
So, but the Cyberpunk TikTok, some guy grilled a piece of chicken on his laptop because it got so hot running, and like he actually showed it grilling.
No.
Yeah, and
on the outside of it.
So he definitely fucked his laptop up. I'm not. He grilled it like right on the vent. Like there was definite chicken grease and juices. Like, and you could see when he lifted it up, it was just greasy as hell on there. But he actually cooked it.
I don't think I would play Cyberpunk on a laptop though.
So I'm gonna test it out. I have I have a PC, but I also have a gaming lap. So my brother convinced me to buy a laptop to play Fortnite with him when I'm on the go. And I love Fortnite. But
how old's your brother?
He's 21, 22. Yeah, we're both old as fuck playing Fortnite, but it's all good. We love this shit. All right? And we're good at it, okay? We're good at this
all that
game.
matters.
That's all that matters. And then
I'm really good at Uno, but I'm not playing it all the fucking time.
There you go. I don't play this all the time, but here's the thing. I didn't have any. I could play it on the Switch on the go, but it kind of sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Like it's 30 frames per second. Like that's all I have to say. It's 30 frames per second.
Mm-hmm.
And coming from a PC where I'm like 144 frames locked the whole time, it's like I just can't do that, especially at a high level of play. And it's the only game I'm good at. Let's just also say the only game I'm good at.
Okay. I don't believe that, but
dude, I suck at video games. I'm so bad at
multiplayer games or single player games.
I play single player games on easy. Multiplayer games, I'm good at Fortnite. I was good at World of Warcraft like back in the day. Pretty highly ranked arena player. But like any
fucking nerd.
Yeah, dude, I am the biggest nerd, okay? I am the coolest, biggest nerd you'll ever meet. And it's true. But where was it? So he convinced me to buy a laptop, and okay, and that's all to be said. I will test how Cyberpunk 2020 on this laptop because I got for a decent. I feel like it wasn't that much for a gaming laptop, but it's been good so far. So we'll see. I don't know.
That's good.
Yeah. All right. Enough Cyberpunk. It's a great game. Go buy it.
All right. Let's switch gears down to 30 frames per second. We've got some news on the frontier.
Okay.
I have watched the Nintendo Indies today.
Mm-hmm. I watched a little of it.
Yes.
I watched it as well.
Well, I don't know what you guys thought about it, but there was about 12 games, and then they had about 6 like mini little showcases.
Yeah.
So the 12 games that they showed fully, I mean, I wasn't like locked in on anything specifically. But there were a couple that caught my eye that seemed interesting, or the people of the podcast might think that were interesting. Mm-hmm. So the first one that caught my eye was Fisty Fluffs. And
me fucking too.
Yeah, okay.
Yo.
So I don't know why they didn't open with this one first of all.
Me too.
This is
game.
Right. It's an action brawler, but with cats. So basically you're just cats in a location, and you can use items, and like you can fight each other. And I think that's pretty much the whole thing. And you can dress them up.
Wow. It looks amazing.
The best part about it, though, or my favorite part about what I saw was like when you're fighting and knocking shit over, it shows like the prices for shit. Like,
oh wow,
it's
that's
like
great.
$8 for the vase, $100 for the TV that you just fucked up. Like,
and you're like throwing tables and plants, like hardcore.
I cannot wait to play this game with my girlfriend. Like, oh, so good.
So is this going to be online or just local?
No, it's both. I think you have online as well.
I will buy this day one for sure.
Me as well.
Yeah. So it's launching first on the Switch in early 2021 is what they said.
So this reminds me of Power Stone for the Dreamcast, but with cats.
Okay. Yes.
And a little bit faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I like it.
All right.
Power Stone's such a good game.
Mm-hmm.
So that one was early in the video. Another one that kind of grabbed my eye was Cyber Shadow.
I like this one a
lot.
Which
was it was an 8-bit action platformer. It was like this like cybernetic ninja dude, and it's an 8-bit like you're just jumping through and throwing stuff at the enemies and whatever. But the other cool thing that caught my ear was that you can scan Shovel Knight amiibo, and you get these little fairies that help you out, and they look like the Shovel Knight characters. So
yeah, it's cute.
That was a cool little like add-in.
This game reminded me of Celeste meets Dead Cells.
Mm-hmm.
Two of my favorite games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't look like it doesn't look easy or anything. You know what I mean? Like it definitely looks like it'd be something that you'd be putting a lot of time into.
Also, Ryan, if you say you suck at video games, but you beat Celeste, you definitely don't suck at video games.
All right, that's fair, and
yeah,
that's fair because Celeste was a pretty hard game for me. I won't lie.
It's a hard game for everyone. Yeah.
All right, I'm not bad. Okay, they're definitely like if I were to rank the genres of video games, platformers would rank closer to the top of games I'm good at.
Okay, yeah.
And then like a game, okay, for instance, a game that everyone expects me to be good at, but I absolutely suck at is Super Smash. I'm so bad at Super Smash. Like I know none of the intricate like crazy moves or anything. I look like I'm flailing around when I'm playing it.
Are there intricate moves?
Oh yeah. So it's like
I'm a button masher too.
Yeah, so I just like a complete just so you know, there's a couple games, most games, and then like I said, single player games, like I played Ghost of Tsushima. My roommate played on like insane difficulty or whatever, and I played on easy. Like I had difficulty on I had trouble on easy at some points.
I'm the kind of person, and I know a lot of people have different views on this, but like if you play a video game on easy, I think that that's like not a big deal. I think that it's about playing the game. So if you are playing it on easy, medium, hard, whatever you think is the best for you,
it's like whatever you enjoy. Like you can enjoy if you can enjoy it. And I think there's some games that are definitely meant to like really challenge. Like playing Celeste was such a good challenge. Like, and I think playing a game like Celeste where you are just like you're thrown right back into it. It's not like a big. It's no like.
It's like big, TikTok, honestly.
Exactly. Yeah, Celeste is a video game TikTok.
It's so good in that sense where 100%. There's no waiting after you die.
Yeah, and there's no
so you
like,
can just try it again, and you see yourself get better every time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I don't think it makes you any less of a gamer either. Like there are some people that are like, "Oh, you played it on easy mode. You're not a real gamer."
Who fucking cares?
Yeah. It's a weird argument. It's pretty lame.
It's really lame, and it's also like, I spent my fucking money on this, and I do want to see how this game is, you know, and I don't want to have to like be angry at the controller or my TV or this game, you know, or my girlfriend or my wife because I suck at this game. No, I want to fucking play this game, you know.
It's a hobby.
Yeah. No, I'm always normal when it comes to like bigger games, I guess.
Yeah.
But sometimes I wish I would have went easy just to fucking go through it and see it to the end. You know?
I do that too. I do the same thing. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm a pretty seasoned video game player. I'll just play it on, the normal mode.
I always regret it.
Yeah.
Or most of the time I regret it.
Yeah, sometimes I do, yeah.
I guess I should change my settings from now on.
Is there are there difficult? I hate to go back to Cyberpunk, but I got to ask: are there difficulty settings for it?
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's all I'll say.
I think there's 4, and I went with normal. You know, I was like, I'm familiar with fucking video games. I'm a gamer.
You're a gamer,
but I'm still gonna go normal because I don't know how difficult this game is, and I've died multiple times.
All right, so just hearing that, I'm going easy. I'm going easy.
Yeah, do it. And I mean, there's like with your missions, not to go back to Cyberpunk.
We're going back.
We're going back.
Yeah. But with your missions and like gigs and side jobs, it tells you the difficulty of it.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Before you even go there, you're like, all right, this is moderate. This is highly deadly. And it's like, all right, well, I'm definitely going to die there. Like, this is going to be difficult. So I don't know if like the more you level up, if that highly difficult or deadly one goes down to moderate, the more leveled up you get.
Right.
I feel like it would, but I don't know.
All right. Well, anyway, back to the indies. So Cyber Shadow is coming out on January 26, 2021, if you're interested in picking that up. The other one that I was interested in, not for my own self, but just like an interesting looking game, was Gnosia, which is now in the social deception game category. That's kind of up and coming. So like Among Us, there's it was kind of, it looked like a JRPG almost, like with these little Japanese characters that came up with text boxes and they talk and stuff. So basically it looks like there's like one alien kind of light form and 14 NPCs. And then you have like a 5 to 15 minute playthrough to figure out like who the alien is and save everybody. But it sounds like you can do like multiple playthroughs and they're not going to be the same kind of thing. So like it sounds like you could get a lot of like money, a lot of your money's worth. Like, it's not just like one 15-minute playthrough and you're done. Like the story can change, or, the alien could be somebody different or whatever. I don't know exactly, but it seems like an interesting concept.
You said this is similar to Among Us?
Yes.
It's one player?
Yes. From what it looks like is it's you and 14 NPCs, it said. So it's like, it seemed very similar to Among Us when they started talking about it. I was like, so this is just Japanese Among Us, but like,
yeah.
But like
not multiplayer.
But not multiplayer. And it also sounds like from when the developer was saying like, there's a deeper storyline you can uncover as you go, I guess. So I don't know. Interesting, but it's coming out.
I wonder
2021.
I wonder if the next new game genre, popular one like Fortnite is or will be like Among Us.
Yeah, so Battle Royale's on the way out, and then comes the social deception games.
Yeah.
I've not played any of these games yet.
You haven't?
No.
No, same actually.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I have played Among Us.
Is it cool? Is it fun? Like what?
I played a little bit of it.
Can you break?
I can break it down.
What's a social deception game?
So I'll break it down. So it kind of reminds me of this card game my friends and I used to play growing up called Mafia. I don't know if you've ever played it before.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so it's kind of like that. So like you're in a room with a bunch of people, and then one person is like a narrator, and then they have to, hand out these cards, and the cards decide if you have a role or if you're, just a civilian. And then, the mafia tries to kill the people and get away with it essentially without being discovered. Yeah. So that's kind of like this. Among Us is, I think it's like 9 players in a lobby. I could be wrong. I haven't played it in a while, but you're these little space guys, and you're on a spaceship, and you're all together, and the game determines if you are just a crewmate or if you are the imposter, which the imposter is the person who's trying to annihilate all the other crewmates and sabotage the ship. So basically, if you're the imposter, you're trying to, end goal is kill everybody and not get found out. So when you're a crewmate, you have these little tasks to do, like going around the ship and like things like going to electrical and like there's like I don't know what it's called, like but like engine rooms and stuff like that. And he's like, you go in and you do your tasks on your list and you go about your day essentially, where there's somebody who's trying to sabotage, but you don't know who it is. So the sabotager is trying to either kill you as you go about your business, or they could try to take down the whole ship. And then you as a crew are determined to come and figure out who the imposter is before they kill everybody. So you can do these meetings and you basically decide who you're voting off, kind of like Survivor, like voting off the island. And then the computer tells you like they were the imposter or they weren't the imposter. Yeah. So that's pretty much Among Us. So it's basically you and your friends or a random lobby. You're trying to be like, oh, I'm not the imposter, when you really are. Like there's the social deception. Like you have to be good at lying, I guess. Or being like, oh, it wasn't me. I wasn't venting, or, I was in electrical the whole time. I wasn't over on that side of the ship. So that's kind of what the people are loving right now. I don't know why, but it's always been around. Like social deception is
Yeah,
a real life problem.
It looks like so much fun, especially if you know the people like that you're playing with.
I played with friends and I had a really good time at like when it first started coming out. I was like playing it I have it on my phone, so I played with it on my phone, and we played a couple rounds for like a couple weeks, and it was fun to just like get on, like we were on Xbox chat or something and playing, and it was just like a good time because you weren't really seeing anybody, so you could just play with them. So I think that's why it's really popular right now, is because you can't see people, so a lot of people are relying on like online gaming, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just like a really easy game. It's like free on the phone, like I said, or I think on Steam it's like maybe a couple bucks. So that was an interesting game, and I think it's also popular with kids too because it's a really easy concept. So I don't know. That might be why, like, kind of like Fortnite. I don't know, like maybe I don't really know much about Fortnite, like why that was popular, but it felt like maybe there was like an easier concept to grab onto, and that's why the younger generation liked it. But Among Us is pretty simple. Like even if you're not a gamer, you could play it. So that's where I think that comes in. It's like this really nice, just social game to play. Kind of feels like almost like one of those Jackbox games, but like an actual game. Yeah.
Or like Clue, but really fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of. I would say.
Sort of. Yeah.
But so speaking of Among Us, they also decided on the Nintendo Indies that they're going to put Among Us on the Switch. Yay!
Yeah, I saw that.
And that's out right now.
As right now.
Yeah.
I don't know how much it is. I didn't look.
It's only $5.
Is it $5
on the Switch? Yeah.
I didn't look. Yeah. That's not a bad price. It's a popular game. I'm sure it's going to be a ton of people who buy it on there. And I also think it's cross-platform as well.
Oh, that's cool.
So because you could play on the PC or on your phone, as long as you had the lobby code, you could be in the same lobby as your friends, no matter what you were playing on. So I would assume it would be the same way with the Switch.
I might download it on my phone and try it out with you or some people.
Yeah, I mean it's fun. Yeah. It's just like you have to there's people don't use. I don't know. Like you have to have like a voice chat with it. I feel like so somehow
you can't type.
You can, but like I don't know. I feel like voice chat is easier. You can talk faster. You can, because the whole game is talking about who you think the imposter is and why, and then like making your voice heard or whatever, like trying to defend yourself. So if you can't,
I feel like people would know that I'm lying though.
Well, no, if you can't type that fast, they'll be like, yeah, he's the imposter. He's out of here. And you're like, no,
I
wait,
can type really fast.
I'm just saying, not you specifically, but you in general. So, yeah.
It was good. Yeah, it was a good Nintendo Indies roundup. Yeah,
that's pretty much it.
Cool. Let's get into the interview.
Ooh.
You ready, Ryan?
Yeah, hit me up. Let's go.
All right. So, what's your earliest memory of gaming?
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's actually pretty easy. Earliest memory of gaming, I was it had to be like 2.5 or 3 because I was still, I was born in Tennessee. So it was still when we were living there, and I only lived there until I was 3. So it had to be before that. And so it was playing an educational PC game.
Ooh.
Shout out Reader Rabbit for the
PC.
Hell
yeah.
Hell yeah.
There we go.
Nobody talks about Reader Rabbit.
That's what I'm saying. That's very underrated.
For educational PC games that shaped our childhood, because oh my god,
we should definitely do an episode about that.
Jumpstart.
Jumpstart, so good. Oh my goodness, you're naming all the classics.
I did Mario Teaches Typing.
Okay, I didn't do that. See, that's why my typing skills are probably not as good. Yep.
Jam.
Yeah.
Oh god. All of that.
Carmen Sandiego.
Carmen Sandiego.
We're definitely doing an episode on this.
Yeah. The Oregon Trail. Oregon
Trail, so good.
Oh my god.
Did it really teach you anything besides people die?
Yeah, no, I don't know. Life. Yeah. But that was the first memory, and I just remember because my dad had a PC, and dude, just like sitting in this big PC chair, and I was this little tyke and just like playing Reader Rabbit. And then shortly after Reader Rabbit, he got like an ATV. Yeah, that's what they're called, ATVs, right? Like those
four-wheeler.
Yeah, four-wheeler game, and he had a joystick, and it was a four-wheeler game and a joystick. I don't know what it was called, but it was on the PC too, and I would play that with the joystick, and that blew my mind. So those are two there. Yeah, that was really cool. I don't know. I guess he got that for me or something because like he wasn't a gamer really, but yeah.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
I think that you're the first person out of everybody that we ask these questions to. Like, we usually ask, like, you know, a person's first memory of gaming. Everybody's like, oh, I was playing Super Mario on the NES or, you know, whatever. You're like, nah, I was playing fucking Reader Rabbit.
Yeah.
In my PC chair.
Yeah.
I think that's so cool. Like, just seeing everybody's different introduction to gaming, and yours was like, I was on my PC. And that's true.
And it's cool because like I'm still such a like when it comes to gaming, and most people might not know this like off my Instagram profile, I guess, but like I'm still like mostly a PC gamer.
Okay.
So I think that's my roots.
Yeah, get back to your roots.
Yeah.
So how did you get into collecting them?
Ooh, I got into collecting so I guess about like 3 years ago I started just kind of like just seeing people post on Instagram, like on my personal account. I was seeing like retro gaming posts for some reason. I don't know why. And just like, I was like, oh, that's really cool. Like I've always been like into retro video games. And so, and like, it was never like foreign to me really. Like I've always been into it. But I've never really collected. And so like 3 years ago, I just saw people kind of like sharing their collections on Instagram. I was like, damn, that's so cool. And I was inspired to buy. I feel like it always starts like this. It's like buying some of your favorite childhood games back.
Right.
I was like, I want to get like to start the collection. I bought both Pokemon Silver and Gold complete in box.
Oh, nice.
And that was when they were like $50 each.
Yeah, 50, 60 bucks. Yeah.
Now they're like 200 each complete in box or whatever.
Yeah,
so like,
I just sold Pokemon Silver last night for $200.
So
yep, there you go.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so and I definitely got them for like $50, maybe even cheap. Like maybe I bought the pair for like 100, less than 100.
Yeah,
and I bought same like an original Atomic Purple Game Boy Color because it's what I had when I was a kid. And I was like, that's what started the collection like 2.5 years ago, and I was like very content with just having that, like keeping that on like the corner of my shelf, like whatever, just like looking at it like, oh, that's so cool. Like just being very, and at the same time, I remember it's coming back to me now. I was like, I want to play more retro games in general. Like I just want to like, I've been seeing, everybody playing these, sharing it. I was like, I want to just play more. So I hacked a Wii.
Okay.
And like loaded it full of all sorts of emulators, all sorts of games and stuff, and started playing, like more kind of SNES. Like I was playing Donkey Kong Country, which is like a huge game. That was like the first SNES game I ever played when I was a kid. And again, I'm only 20. I'm 25, so it's not like I remember this game when it launched or anything like Donkey Kong Country. But that was a game that I played. My dentist of all people had like an SNES kiosk in in the waiting room, and it was so cool. Like,
did you hit him up recently?
No. So it disappeared like way long, and I should just be like, but no, it's probably gone. Anyways.
Do you still go to him?
No, I don't. And honestly, they were really creepy. Dude, that dentist was creepy. I don't like dentists, and maybe that's just it. But I did like his kiosk.
He actually had a Super Nintendo kiosk.
It wasn't like an original.
It wasn't the one
it wasn't like the one you see, the one that I have the light for.
Yeah, it's not that.
No, it wasn't that one. But it was like it was some kind of kiosk that was not
like my N64 one.
Yeah,
the Kids Pace version.
Yes. Yeah. Like something exactly like that. And so, anyways, that's what I originally played Donkey Kong Country on. And I was like, I don't know, 10 or something. But so then I started 3 years ago. I hacked the Wii, got 2 games, and then it just spiraled very quickly. I started the OG Retro account again. Like everybody asked, like kind of induction story or whatever. Like I just wanted to share. Like I studied photography in school. Like that was what I went to college for. So like I love taking photos. My personal account's just all like I do a lot of landscape photography and that kind of thing. And so I was like, oh, I saw, shout out my man BB Retro, who takes some of the best photos on Instagram.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I was like, like he takes amazing photos. Like I can't say I'm anywhere near as talented as him, but I can take some decent photos. So I wanted to share them. So that's literally my first photo was the 2 Pokemon games and my Game Boy Color. And I was like, awesome. Like, this is so cool. And then, I literally don't know, but it spiraled so fast.
Yeah, very fast. I mean, I remember you having, I don't know, 500 followers, and now you have what, over 20,000. So
yeah, right around almost 22,000.
You're killing the game. Talking about photography though, what camera do you use? SLR.
I use a Sony A7 II.
You use a Sony?
Yeah, Sony gang, man. Sony gang.
Never mind. I'm done. I'm done talking about photography.
I shot Nikon for a very long time, and that's what I started with. I shot Nikon.
Sony, wow.
Yeah, I mean,
you take beautiful photos. Like, right. I'm not hating on your photos at all. I'm hating on Sony being a SLR camera of your choice.
Yeah, I mean, it's very popular in the photography community. I think.
Is it really?
Yeah. They make some really, really. The technology that Sony brings to the table is just leaps and bounds past what
interesting.
Nikon's been doing. I mean, for a while that was definitely the case, and now it's kind of the playing field is kind of Nikon and Canon have kind of.
Is it the settings like behind?
No, it's the actual technology. So Nikon for a long time was known for their DSLRs and what's called those cameras have a mirror in them. So like a traditional like mirror and the shutter system is like very traditional. The same system they've been using. It's a single lens reflex camera.
Yeah,
it's a digital single lens reflex camera. But anyways, Sony and other manufacturers came up with a mirrorless system that works. It's just, I mean, low light is better. Shooting quickly. So I shot sports photography for a while. I was shooting skiing for a while. I'm a huge skier. So like being able to shoot at like 10 frames a second or something like that. I think it's really beneficial. And that's the mirrorless technology. And then also at the time, because this camera is like 6 years old or so. Like I'm not using brand new technology. I bought it used when I bought it. Like the shit's expensive,
Yeah, super.
But it has, at the time, this is a really cool feature, state of the art type shit. Now every camera has it, but the ability to like transfer your photos, full quality, full settings, like raw, to your phone via Bluetooth.
Oh my God, I know. My buddy bought a newer Canon, and I was like, amazing. I wish I had that because my Canon, I have a D60, and I got to do things old school. I got to email myself and shit. Yeah, it's horrible. Yeah.
I don't like that either. I think that's like the one thing that prevents. I'm not anywhere close to being like a professional photographer at all. But like I have a knowledge of photography, and I have a DSLR camera, and it's like I don't. The only reason I don't use it more is because the accessibility is like. You have to upload it to your computer, and then you've got to email to yourself, and then download it to your phone.
Yeah. And I mean, so I still use the Bluetooth, like transfer Bluetooth feature often, but not much for the OG retro content anymore. Cause I find that I like editing on the computer better anyway. Whereas I still like the feature for like, if I'm out shooting landscapes and I want to like upload a really nice photo on the go, like I can do that. It's really cool. But I still like editing on my computer. So I'm still the type of person to pop out the SD card, stick it in the camera slot. But then, I mean, stuff like Google Drive, like that makes it so I don't do the emailing thing myself. I just upload it to Drive and then download on my phone. It's relatively quick.
Yeah, it's like the same thing. You still have to take the extra step, essentially.
100%. There's an extra step.
Yeah. Not to derail the interview or whatnot, but I went to college for photography as well.
Awesome.
I've done some really cool things with photography, but unfortunately, when it comes to Instagram, I like half the time I like just don't give a shit and don't upload nice photos or like ones that I'm proud of, I guess. Like last night I did a ham and bean soup PSP photo, which, you know, I was like, fuck it.
Looked really good though. Like I did want to eat some of that soup.
Dude, the soup was so tasty, and that's why I was really like, fuck it, yeah. You know, and
food and games is kind of hard to take pictures of.
Yes, and the commentary was great, but like the photo could have been a lot better lighting, all that. I just did it with my iPhone.
Right.
But yeah, it just takes time editing photos, and it shows in your work, it shows on your Instagram page. And one thing that I've thought about when it comes to Instagram, it's almost like a visionary diary.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's just here's my whole year of photos and what I was thinking then when it comes to this certain hobby that I do.
Oh, 100%.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it transcends that for me even too. Like it's gotten to the point where like I've taken this this is what I do for a job now. It's what I put the most effort into, like just what I think about all the time. And so not only am I documenting, you know, like gaming experiences and whatnot, but like I'm documenting my life. It's why like I think about that and like I'm grateful for that too, because my memory's fucking shot. And so being able to just like have this is like just what you said, it's like a visual, you know, like lookbook or scrapbook even, or representation of, you know, what we were thinking, feeling and doing. And I don't know, it's very cool. That's why I got into Instagram too. Like I've always been a fan of and I've had numerous other like accounts per se for different niche hobbies of mine.
All right.
Yeah. What's another one?
I had a
horseback riding.
No, dude, I've never ridden a horse, bro. I legit.
That's the first thing that popped up in my head.
Funny, and I would laugh so hard if that was actually what it was, because it's something no disrespect to horseback riders. It's just
not at all.
It's like a very easy thing, I think, to make fun of. I'm not gonna lie. And so it's just a common target for some reason.
Shout out to my coworker Iris that sometimes listens to this podcast, but she's a huge.
She's a horseback rider.
Equestrian.
Yeah. That's cool.
Horseback rider. Cool. Yeah.
It's just, but I've never ridden a horse. Anyway, niche hobby that I had an Instagram account for that was actually not nearly as big as OG Retro, but you know, had probably like 1,000 followers. It was for beer.
Nice.
So I used to do like, I was super into like trading and stuff for beer. Like I would I had this account mainly to like link up with different people from across like the US to trade like the crazy beer I got from New York.
How do you ship it?
Illegally through USVI, like completely not legally. Yeah. And that was
use like a medium flat rate or something?
Yeah, I would usually use that and just protect it super well, like just because they're not going to open your mail, but if it explodes, that's not good. You don't want that.
No, definitely not. Cans.
Yeah, cans.
Yeah.
So sometimes glass could like there's some really cool stouts like or like limited release stouts that some of the breweries did around me that are just like so sought after. People would like, just like there's a resale market in video games, like people would and I wasn't reselling beer, but I was trading beer, and sometimes you get like way more beer for like one bottle. So people would trade like 4-to-1 ratios. You get 4 cans for 1 can because it's like so sought. It's wild. And I just the reason why I stopped was because I was like not becoming an alcoholic, but like literally to produce content at the rate you see how I produce content for OG Retro. Okay. Like think if you apply that mindset to beer, like how hard I go with content on a daily. Like
you follow Retro Brews.
Yeah. He's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely drinks a lot of beer.
That's what I'm saying. I was drinking a lot of beer. Not only was it expensive, but it was definitely like, because the beer's like all the fancy shit, whatever. But it's like, I was drinking so much beer. Like I couldn't live that life. So I just stopped. But yeah, that was my other Instagram. Just random stuff, art stuff and different other things, you know?
I forget what the last question was.
Me too, dude. Me too.
I asked about the collecting, so you're not.
Okay, the second question. Damn.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I'm so good at rambling.
No, it's fine. I mean, that's what podcasts are for. So it's all good.
Oh, yeah.
Favorite thing to collect or system to collect for?
Okay. Two things right now. I'd say I have two favorite things to collect for. I love collecting oh man, this is so hard. Fuck.
Don't think about it. Just
looking
say it.
around. I know, but I'm looking around my space and I'm like, I love everything.
I feel like I could answer this for you.
I love super unique items. Like I love like rare shit.
I feel like everyone does.
Yeah, no. Okay, but listen. I don't like your average rare shit. I feel like
what's average rare shit? That's not rare then.
Okay, so I don't know.
Like Earthbound is not rare, but
exactly.
It's highly priced.
Exactly. That's a pretty good example. Like that's not what I like. I like Earthbound. Don't get me wrong. Great game. Great thing.
I love rare shit. That's why I collect kiosks.
Exactly. And I have a rare key. Like I have a kiosk.
Yes, we'll talk about that.
I've never even seen before. And then I have like a GameCube sign that I imported from Australia, and I have the SNES Lite that I got from like some meth head in the middle of nowhere. And like I just like different, and like my PS2 is the ceramic white one that I found, and like I just I like different
stuff.
I like different stuff, and I think that really like
I get
that
what
goes
you're
through
saying.
all my life. Like my other passion is cars and stuff, and I've always been into like very different kind. Like if I'm buying a car, I look for the ones with like super crazy options. Like the specs are weird, and like for
that gets so pricey though.
Yeah, but like I mean, I've before I was flipping video games, I've flipped a couple cars in my day, and so I imported. My dad and I both imported BMWs from. I did it first, but he then got jealous, and we imported some BMWs. These wagons from the UK and Japan, respectively, and but again, that's just to say like those were really unique and weird, just like
they are right hand steering
wagons, cars that just didn't exist, never were made in the US.
How much is it to import without even the price of the car? How much is it to import?
You're looking between like $1,000 and $2,000.
Okay, that's not that bad.
It's not terrible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Older models?
Yeah, they were 88s.
Okay. Beautiful year for a BMW.
Oh my god, the best. E30 wagons, if anybody's curious.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're just I've always been into like the weirder rare shit. That's how I collect. That's what I collect. And then I am like slowly going for a complete N64 set.
Okay.
And my goal,
not rare.
Not rare. Again, not rare. That's like the one kind of thing that's like pretty common. That's like a common goal. But here's the thing, and this is what makes it kind of extra, okay? And this is what I'm trying to explain. I guess everything, at least I try to do it a little extra. And so my N64 set is completely cased or housed in the original those official licensed drawers, the wooden drawers from Nintendo. And it's I don't know if you ever seen those, Beau, Kelly? You guys know what those are?
I know what you're talking about.
Wooden drawers?
Yeah, they're wooden. They come in either
Are they for
Yeah, they're specifically for Nintendo 64. They have Nintendo 64 labels on them, and they come in either a single wide or a double wide version. So they either fit 12 games or 24 games. And they're getting increasingly rare. They're very hard to break because they're made of
I didn't realize they were wood.
Yeah, they're made of
plastic.
No, so they're plastic drawers, but then the actual
wood frame.
It's a wood frame, like cheap MDF.
Yeah, I did not. Yeah, okay.
Not quality stuff, and I've had I've had ones broken in shipping. But they're getting increasingly rare, and I think it's so basically what I'm saying, I want the whole set, 264 games, whatever it is, housed in those drawers because I think that's cool.
Interesting.
So, and I'm looking at them now. I have 4 of the 12 slots, and I have 2 of the 24s right now. So
there you go.
It's like probably almost 100 games in there.
Dope.
Which is cool. And then
you definitely have a very unique collection.
Thank
and
you.
I feel like I've never been to your place or house. It sounds like you do have a roommate. So
Yeah, I live
you're
in an apartment.
confined. Yeah, you're confined to like a one bedroom for
100%.
yourself
Yep.
when it comes to your collection. But it seems like you very much so cared about the curation of what you show in your collection.
I would
And I
agree with
respect that. Yeah.
that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, it's like you said, I have pretty limited space, and I was having a discussion with my man Bosnian. Shout out him on Instagram, Bill. And I was saying like I'm limited to what I can add to the collection. Basically, I'm completely limited by space. I don't want to add stuff to the collection that I'm just gonna put away in a closet. Really,
Yeah.
like it's not my style. I don't like doing that. I don't like pretty much everything in it. Also, like it is functioning. It's something I use. Like I'm super into the old school monitors, like really nice TVs and stuff. And like
we have a question about that later.
Awesome. Like I have a bunch of those, and it's like, yeah, so it's just weirder stuff. I'm a little different with that.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite piece in your collection? Like it doesn't mean like rare, expensive, or it could be a game, could be a system, could be memorabilia, whatever. What's your favorite?
Oh man. I mean, I'm just looking to this first thing I see. Like the most meaningful is, this was just so cool, is this year for my birthday, a bunch of members of the community pitched in and got me a sealed copy of Pikmin for the GameCube.
So cool. Yeah, I saw that.
Which is like one of my favorite games of all time. It's like really important childhood memory type game. Like something I played with all my siblings. Like my parents helped us beat it and shit. Like my dad learned how to play video games so he could, like teach us how to beat it. And like my babysitter beat it for like all these different people were involved with like making that game a cool memory for us as kids. So like a bunch of people chipped in, like literally 30 or something. But like the most touching thing that anybody's ever done to like, for me or whatnot, I think it was, a beautiful gesture. Like,
yeah.
So that's probably like the highlight of my collection. It's a sealed copy of Pikmin that 30, internet strangers essentially.
Yeah.
I'm now great friends, over the
amazing
years, chipping to get me.
It's crazy.
So what's your favorite game or genre of game if you can't choose one single game?
I mean, my favorite, I've said it a lot, I'll say it again, favorite game of all time is Witcher 3.
Okay.
And that's why I'm like, back to Cyberpunk. So excited.
Yeah, you definitely need to get Cyberpunk then.
It's, which
you already did.
It's downloading as we speak. So it is.
Bro, you are going to love it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna have time to post pics.
Yeah, and that's the problem about game. Like that's why I don't game that much, man. I don't have time.
Yeah.
But
I know. That's why I don't post that much. Because I'm gaming when I do have free time.
Yeah, when you're doing free time stuff, I feel you, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. What was what was I answering?
Favorite game or genre of game.
Favorite game. Okay, so The Witcher 3. Yeah, The Witcher 3 is just like that was another reason actually, like why I got back into video games in general was that game. For the longest time, I hadn't really been like playing video games. This was during like high school, I guess, when like, I was on the lacrosse team and everything. I was playing sports. Like, not that I didn't like video games, I just didn't have much time. Like applying to college, all this bullshit, whatever. It's just other things going on. But somehow something convinced me to play and download this game on the PC. I guess I heard about it. I was like, I'll give it a shot. And it just completely gripped me. And it showed me this sounds cheesy and corny as fuck, but it showed me what a masterpiece of a video game. It reminded me of Zelda Ocarina of Time, like that feeling when I was a kid playing that for the N64, like holy shit. Like this is what a video game can be. Mm-hmm. And I played that on the PC, the Witcher, the graphics were just the most insane graphics. And I played it on at the time I did have one of the newest spec PCs to play that game. So, and that's still the PC I have right now. So that's that's why we got to upgrade for Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
But anyways, I played that game with unreal graphics. Everything you said about Cyberpunk is exactly why I love that game.
Yeah, you're going to love Cyberpunk then.
Yeah. So favorite genre, action adventure RPG, like that.
Cool.
All right. I'm going to take a break from the questions here because I just cracked open my other beer.
Oh my God. I was actually just thinking the same thing because I just cracked open a beer too.
Oh, excellent. Well, I want to talk about this because I just took a sip and my reaction was holy shit, but I couldn't say it because Ryan was talking. So I have the Project Happy Holidays, which
sounds dirty.
Yes, it does. But when you find out it's a donut ale, it's not dirty.
Ooh.
So it was a collaboration between Wicked Weed Brewing Company and Sheetz, our local gas station chain.
And Wicked Weed is from North Carolina, I believe. It's a sour like brewery.
Asheville, North Carolina.
Yeah. When I was in Asheville, I went to that brewery. Super awesome.
I want to go to Asheville. I have friends that live there.
So beautiful. So
I've
nice.
heard wonderful things. I got to travel more after this fucking pandemic's over.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my God.
So that's all I've been thinking about.
Me too. And it's hard not to interrupt you again. I'm so bad at this, but like,
no, it's fine.
When you're using I use it like a Sky Miles credit card, and I just see like miles accumulating. Like, I want to fly. Like, I want to use these. Let's go.
Yeah.
I just feel like I haven't seen people like that are far away, or I just I want to go and just see somebody. I don't know. I just want to go to a new place.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is a donut ale brewed with Sheetz donut holes, actually. And it is a 6%, 20 IBUs, and it is I think it's technically like a blonde ale. And it tastes like fucking donuts.
Ooh.
Like, it tastes like actual
really good.
glazed donuts. I was getting gas and I went in to get an MTO the other day and I saw they were sitting there and I was like, I got to get these because I wanted to try them. And I'm glad I did. This is a really interesting beer. Yeah,
that sounds really good, actually. I need to go fill up some gas at Sheetz soon.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like it's beer, but the aftertaste is just like you bit into a glazed donut.
Like a sugary donut.
Yeah, just like literally tastes like a glazed donut. Just so weird, but it's delicious.
So I'm doing a Fatheads Holly Jolly right now.
Okay.
It's a 7.4%. Fatheads, I believe you can get almost nationwide anywhere. It says it is a sweet malt, ginger, honey, and cinnamon spice. Sip this by the fire with your significant other. Who knows? Maybe it will lead to a little inspiration of your own.
Whoa.
From our jolly fat man to yours, happy holidays. Chill out, man. Have a beer.
I like it.
Yeah. It's really good. It tastes like a holiday. Tastes like a Christmas beer should.
It's like a holiday.
Yeah.
Right. Sounds good.
Yeah. All right. Let's go back to questions with Ryan.
All right. So what was your most memorable pickup?
Ooh, most memorable pickup. Again, I feel like I have a lot of answers for these. Like, each question has a couple answers, but I'll just go with the first one. Most memorable pickup had to have been the SNES kiosk light. I believe, I'm remembering now. I check everywhere, like Mercari, Facebook Marketplace, Let Go, OfferUp, Craigslist, everything. And so I was on Craigslist, and I'm in the middle of nowhere, like upstate New York. And although no, this was earlier. This was before I moved to upstate New York. This was I had still lived in like northern New Jersey with my fam, and I saw a post on Craigslist saying, like, I think it even said like Genesis light or something. Like, it wasn't Super Nintendo light. Like, it was not even like, it was so bizarre. It was like weird old video game light, Genesis. Like, it was like very cryptic, but I saw the picture and I knew exactly what it was. I was like, holy shit. Like, that is and it said like non-working, like, ripped off a thing, like saved from a, I don't know. It was like very weird. I was like, whatever. Like, I know exactly what that is. Like, and it was advertised for $40. So I was like, that's just a no-brainer. Yeah. He wanted $40. So I was like, okay. And it was on Craigslist, and it had been up for a couple of days.
Oh,
and usually stuff like that's picked pretty fast near me. But I don't know. Like, it just, I guess because of the weird wording or whatever, like, people weren't seeing, I don't know. But I hit him up and he responded somehow, like, and he literally lived in the middle of nowhere. Just so I drove out there again. I've probably picked up like thousands of I've had to have picked up thousands of items at this point. And this was just, sometimes I'm never really scared. Like I don't have fear of like meeting up with people really, but like because I just think like I don't distrust humans, I guess. Like I'm not someone that like until you give me a reason to like not trust you, like we're friends. You're another human, and so it's like I didn't feel weird about this, but it was in the middle of nowhere, no cell service type shit. Like if this guy was weird, like I could have died type situation. I was like whatever, but it's a SNES kiosk light, so of course you got to risk it for the biscuit. Right. So I did, and I met up with the guy, and he's in the middle of nowhere, and he's like very like scraggly, and I can only describe him as what looks like kind of like a meth addict. I'll be honest, just like kind of methed out. But yeah, this kiosk light, and he's like, yeah, like I saved it from like just like he was really old too, so it was just hard to understand him. Apparently, he like used to demolish buildings, and he just found this, and I think he was like kind of like a hoarder type. Because he had like a bunch of other random shit, and I asked him if he had any other video games. He said no. I don't think he really knew what he even had, or if it was related to video games, or like, like he
didn't think that light was a video game.
Yeah, exactly.
Related thing. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, that I picked it. I got it for $40. I think it was like a 40-minute drive.
That's fucking insane.
But I bought it for $4, and I replaced I like fixed the light. I replaced it with LEDs instead of like the original like tube light. It's
glass, right? It's a glass tube.
No, it's plastic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they are plastic. They're like acrylic, I guess.
Yeah, I almost bought one of those kiosks, but
yeah,
I went to a game store locally, and they wanted $2,500 for it, and I was just like, I don't want to spend that much.
Going rate, it's just like
now it's like $4,500 anywhere else. Yeah,
that's wild. But yeah, they're really cool pieces. Those SNES kiosks. So that's definitely the most memorable pickup. One of the most
memorable. That's a great deal.
Yeah. I'll never sell it. People have I've gotten $500 offers for it.
I would say when it comes to a light like that, especially for an older kiosk, I probably wouldn't sell it for less than $1,000.
Yeah. I don't, and the thing is like, that's the other thing. If I get something for that cheap, like I have way less of an incentive to like sell. Like I have more of an incentive to keep it, because it's like the cash investment isn't much, and like what it means to me, the story behind it, how fucking cool it is. Like I'm never gonna find one of like a light separated from the kiosk again. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
No. So. Yeah. And when it comes to like kiosk parts, which I know about.
Yeah.
If you're trying to complete a kiosk, it's very rare. One of the rare sayings to find is any part for the kiosk that you fucking actually need.
Yeah.
So if you do find it, if you do have an eBay search for it and it comes up, it's going to be whatever that person asked for it.
Yeah.
And if you message them about it, they're going to just be like, nah, fuck you. I'm up my price now.
Yeah. Thank you for showing me how interested you are.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm not lowering it.
And reminding me that I have the only one on the market.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Exactly. Can you tell us why Pokemon cards are the hot shit right now? And is there anything you look for when buying a pack?
Yeah. Well, again, there's a lot of answers to this question. I think it started the like bang and boom in it started because some like celebrities started opening booster packs, and like
who opened some?
So
like Jake Paul or something?
Yeah, there's a YouTube celebrity that opened one. Logic opened a box. Oh, he's a rapper.
Okay.
And that was big, and just like Gary V, the like marketing influencer guy on TikTok, Instagram, all those platforms. He was talking about investing in
oh wow
Pokemon,
yeah, that would
like
do it.
Investing in Pokemon, and his reach is like millions of people.
I bet he already invested in a shit ton of them before he said anything.
100%. I mean, he's not stupid.
Yeah.
And but right before the Pokemon boom too, there was a huge boom in sports cards. So like that, what people don't realize is the sports card market this year was even crazier than Pokemon's cards. And so that started right before Pokemon cards started going wild. And then I think people were just, continuing to look, and then the celebrities got hands of it and they were like, holy shit. Cause again, this is for me and I think for people who are in it for the right reasons, and I might get shit for saying this because people all have their reasons, I guess, to get into something. But like, and people may not believe even that I'm in it for the right reasons because I get shit for it too. But like, I love this shit so much because like it's just part of my childhood. Like I have some of the best memories, like collecting Pokemon cards. I've told the story like I met my first like childhood crush on a girl was because of we met like so crazy. We met in a bar and we were sitting at the bar as like 5-year-olds like trading Pokemon cards. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to marry this girl. I'm not like, don't know where she's at right now. I love my girlfriend, but it was like that. I was like, Pokemon cards are so sick. So there's just so many cool memories. And I think that like the nostalgia, just how video games like really like there are certain video games like Super Mario Bros. 3. It's just iconic. And so like the way that plays like on your nostalgia strings it like got everyone full hook, line, and sinker real quick. And then also at the same time, the Pokemon Company released a really amazing new set. So like a really amazing new modern set that had 2 cool Charizards in it that were very exciting to like. The set was exciting to open. And I think with just people sharing it, like people like it's a trickle down effect. Like the influencer thing really is like, I'm not calling myself an influencer, but like seeing other people open product and like just get excited about it because it is. And again, it's like, it is exciting, at least for people who are in it for the right reasons. Like and you were saying earlier, you love my reactions. Like I get so legitimately excited when I open a pack and there's a fucking like $500 card in it. I'm like, holy crap, this is actually nuts. And I think it doubles down with the nostalgia. It's like, it's a $500 card. This card is like, it's a Charizard. I love Charizard. Like that's an original. And I don't even collect like the newer Pokemon and shit. Like I just collect like Charizard cards, Pikachu cards, like stuff that I know, stuff that I know and love. And but I think the boom is just, and it's already gone down a lot. Like the boom is coming down a lot, but it was exciting, and it still is exciting for a lot of people. But it's the excitement, the things that modern Pokemon is doing now, the sets that they're releasing now, and just the nostalgia. I think with people, rediscovering a ton of old having time to like during a pandemic to go look for their old Pokemon cards. It's like that wasn't even possible. You didn't even make time for that before this. So I think there's like a lot of things that contribute to it.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's like the other thing I think is that the reason it started was like it was easy for these YouTubers and stuff to make content in a pandemic. Yeah. Just opening a pack of Pokemon cards, and I think it kind of went off of that. There's nostalgia to it, but I'm sure it was just like somebody had this idea, like what is something easy that we can do at home because we can't go anywhere to make content, and it's open up a bunch of cards. So I think that's a big thing. Also, it's not even just the cards. I sold literally 15 Pokemon games in the past 24 hours.
Yeah.
On eBay and stuff. Yeah, it's nuts. And like they weren't cheap either. Like
I sold the 3DS, Pokemon 3DS, same thing. It's like
each of these crazy. 20 to $100 each.
Hell yeah, get it,
That's
Kel.
great. Yeah.
No, it's been a really great 24
hours. You know what happened to me today? OG Retro already knows this.
Uh-oh. What?
I had to refund a guy $10 for a fucking shadowless Dratini that I sent to him because he said it's fake. And I was like, bro, I did not mean to send you a fake card.
Yeah.
If it is actually fake, I did not know. I was like, I got this on the childhood playground of the school that I grew up in.
I don't think people were making fake shadowless cards.
Well, that's what he said. He was like, actually, I've been buying a lot of these shadowless cards, and they faked a lot of shit back then. And it's like, well, I don't know what I didn't get as a kid, personally buy from Target or wherever you could buy Pokemon cards back in the day.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know, but like maybe, Jim Bob over there, his mom fucking found a shit ton of Pokemon cards. And my boss, I was telling my boss this because we sell all of our car parts on eBay, and he deals with refunds all the time and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like, who would make a basic Pokemon card fake? And I'm like, well, if you're selling a fake pack, you have to have fake common cards to have that fake holo card in it that's worth something.
Right.
So maybe,
Yeah.
So he did a flashlight test and sent me a picture, and I sent it to OG because he's the Pokemon master when it comes to cards.
I mean, I wouldn't say that, but I know a little. I know a little bit.
You know more than I do. I went on the bandwagon. I was like, well, here's the time to fucking sell my cards on eBay.
Yeah.
And I made hundreds. Like I was happy.
Because now the market's it's not below where it was when it started, but like compared to what it was at, it's down like 100%.
So down. Yeah.
Definitely. But it's interesting. Like I'm still selling cards, so it's not like it's just that the supply has increased so much. I don't think the demand necessarily has gone down that much, but supply has tripled or quadrupled because everyone, quote unquote, finding collections. PSA submissions have been through the roof. PSA returns.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite Pokemon?
Oh, it's got to be Lugia from Gen 2.
Damn. He knew that one. That one he didn't have multiple answers for.
Yeah, no, that's...
All right. So since you answered that one so quick, like if you were a gym leader, what would your type be?
Ooh, that's a good question, Kelly.
That's a cool question.
That's right off the top of my head. That's not on the list.
It would probably be psychic type, like a psychic ghost type. Like my favorite gym leader is definitely Sabrina, and that was like another childhood
She's sexy,
crush.
right?
Yeah, exactly. 100%. In
Those
the anime
bangs.
too, 100. Oh my gosh! Like I would, when I was a kid, watch those Saturday morning cartoons. Had this little 6-inch TV. All of Sabrina looked.
I thought you were going to say 6-inch something else. I was like, damn, bro.
No, whoa! I was like 5, man. I was 5.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. And maybe it's true. Maybe it's even true. Who knows? Who knows? I won't reveal that. But we had a little 6-inch TV, and Sabrina looked great on the TV, and she still looks good. And that is why I think I'd be the male version of that psychic leader type trainer. And
would you have bangs too?
Oh, definitely not. Definitely not. Bangs are tough.
Whoa.
Definitely. For me, okay? For me.
Okay.
Would you have purple hair
on my face? Yes.
All right.
100%. To go with the aesthetic of the gym leader, yeah.
So what would be like your main Pokemon then as the psychic leader?
I mean, probably Gengar. Gengar, same as her.
That's Ghost. You can't do that.
Well, no, she had a Gengar and an Alakazam. Yeah.
No, I thought you had to fight her with Ghost Pokemon in the game.
You could be right. I feel like there was a Gengar involved, but
no,
maybe
she had Alakazam.
All right.
No,
so maybe
because you had to go to Lavender Town.
And fight
yeah,
you're right. You're 100% right. I'm literally, this is the only game I'm playing right now is Pokemon Red. And
it's fine.
What I was saying, I'd be a ghost type leader then.
Okay,
but you still have purple hair to match your Gengar.
Yeah,
100%.
Absolutely.
There's some black streaks in it or something, like some real gothic. I've never done the gothic look in my life, but for the gym leader aesthetic, 100%.
Yeah, you can take that off when you go home. It's just your day job.
It's just your job.
Yeah.
That's so funny to think about. The gym leaders going home at the end of the day and be like hanging up all their crazy clothes. Just like, all right, we're done for the day, guys.
In a row, like watching Poke Channel.
That's so good.
That's so good. They should actually make an anime like that where it's like the real life of like Pokemon like people, like everyone. Even the Pokemon themselves, like what they do when people aren't looking.
Yeah. That would be such a funny spin-off.
Yeah, it'd be good. All right. So I saw your Twitch streaming.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been doing that? How are you liking it? And what games are you streaming?
Okay. So I don't know, like I made an account to stream on maybe a year ago, but I didn't take it seriously at all. Like I was just like, I'll try to do this. And I didn't. The thing with me is that like I can't really do something unless the quality of it is like up to my perceived standards. Like whatever like my standards are for myself, I guess. Like and I guess they're pretty high when it comes to like production quality, and like I just couldn't, like, I enjoyed streaming back then. Like when I tried it a couple, like I probably only did like maybe 5 streams of like, I know I streamed some like Final Fantasy VII Remake, and that was pretty fun. But like, I think I also just didn't fully enjoy the games I was streaming then. And so I probably only streamed like 5 times back then. And so whatever. And then just with the recent boom of shout out Pokemon again, I I was opening packs myself, and I was doing streams on Instagram, just opening cards and shit. And people were really liking it, but I wanted to bring it, like, I've been wanting to move to Twitch for a while in terms of just like diversifying my content, like,
yeah,
and just like doing different shit. Like someone gave me an idea of just like streaming like behind the scenes of like, you know, looking for like a work day, looking for pickup, shipping stuff, like just, you know, what I do. And I had one of those streams, and it was fun. Like I just package stuff up on stream and like, you know, what I do for shipping. But so so fast forward, like, you know, all that time passed. I kind of just like a week or 2 or 3 weeks ago kind of approached it differently. I'm just going to like, instead of streaming the popular game or like streaming what's out, like, I'm just going to stream what I like. And like, and I that sounds so obvious. And like, I think that's exactly how I approach my Instagram, is like, I just post what I like. Like I just do it. Like, that's all I care. I don't post with trends on Instagram. I literally just post what I like, and what I'm feeling at the time, like what I'm currently interested in. And maybe that aligns with the trends, but it's not because of it. But anyways, I don't think I approached my Twitch like that for a while. I think I was really focused on like what would get the most views on Twitch and like that kind of thing. And so I was like playing popular games or whatever when I was streaming, and it wasn't fun.
Yeah.
And it was hard to do. It was like hard.
You have to be passionate about it, I'm sure.
Yeah, like anything, I think. And so then I switched it up. You know, I approached it differently. I was just gonna stream what I like. So I started streaming. I don't know if I did a card opening first or if I did a playthrough of Pokemon Red, but I've been doing playthroughs of like a randomizer challenge, a permadeath randomizer, Pokemon Red. So like, if you die, like if your Pokemon faints, you have to release it. It's real hardcore. So
that sucks.
Yeah, it definitely sucks, but it's been a lot of fun. Like it makes for funny moments in the stream. Just like it's a good time. So I've been enjoying. Like I realized, like, you know, I streamed for 5 hours the first time when I played. I was like, holy shit! Like I didn't even mean. I was planning to stream for like an hour or 2 hours, and I streamed for 5 hours. I was like, holy shit! Like I had fun. Like I had fun doing that. So like,
so are you doing that just through emulators on your PC then?
So yeah, well, that game, yes, but I'm like pretty much set. Like I could pretty much run any legit console or whatever into a capture card or that kind of thing. I'm set up to capture, you know, retro games or modern games, pretty much anything. But so I plan to play a lot more. You know, I want to play. I would love to play Cyberpunk on stream, but we're gonna see how the graphics and being able to run that. Like it's just gonna. We'll see.
If you can fry a chicken on your laptop, maybe you'll do it.
Yeah, so we'll see. But so there's just, I want to stream a bunch of other games. Like I'm excited about it now. And opening Pokemon Cards 2 on stream is very exciting. Like I have so I've been selling packs before stream. Like I've been selling like 40, 50 packs to open on a stream. And so that content is so wild. Like it's so exciting.
So can you explain that to our listeners? Like you're buying a pack for what? How much money, if I may ask?
Yeah. So I mean, I won't go into the exact specifics, but you can. So well, no, I don't give a shit. Fuck it. Yeah. I
mean, it's retail price, right?
Yeah. Most of the time, I'm paying retail. Yeah. So like a box of Champions Path, for instance, that just came out. The Elite Trainer box is like $50 retail, and it's very hard to find them at retail now. You can't really. So the thing is, I live in a very rural area, or rural enough to where we have, or big enough but rural enough where like we have big department stores like Target, Walmart, Best Buy, and they're stocked for like a city. but like the amount of people that want this stuff is way lower than like normal cities, I think. So like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I go every day. I check every day for product, but I think I have better luck at getting stuff at retail because I live kind of in this, just where I live. But anyways, it'll be like maybe my cost on a pack there is like $4 to $5, and then those packs are going on the secondary market now for like $9 each. So yeah, I mean some of the markups on, and all the sets are different really, like each set is valued differently. But on average for that set, you're almost doubling your money on a pack. But so like I've already pulled two Charizards on stream, and those Charizards are going for $500 each, which is insane. So
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's just, and that's like also, I've had a lot of people contact me just out of like people are coming at it in a more financial like perspective, like wanting to get into Pokemon due to like potential money to be made, I guess. But you're not going to make a lot of it. Like it's stupid. It's like I should go to the casino and gamble because you can make money. Like that should be my job. I'm like, probably shouldn't. But streaming the pack openings, people like being able to buy like a guaranteed, way to get packs, like, cause they can't get them where they're at, or they can't. And to be fair, I am selling my packs cheaper than a lot of other online streamers who do this on Facebook groups and whatnot are. Like, so a lot of people charge 10 or 11, or when I offer free shipping if you buy more than 2 packs. So I feel like my pricing is more than reasonable. But
absolutely.
Yeah. And so
you're just opening packs for people and then sending them
the cards. Yeah. So we're doing it all on stream. People can get excited in the chat and like.
So you get the pleasure of opening these packs.
Dude, it's amazing. It's literally amazing.
And then you get to send them out, and you're making your money, which is great.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's good for you that you found that niche, that you can do that.
And it's really not like, I didn't find this. I'm not like the person that invented this. I've been watching YouTubers for so long, like doing this shit. But like, I'm glad I am doing it. And I brought this to kind of our
Instagram
space. Yeah.
And you're able to do it live, and you have a great personality behind you, and you have like a good face, like not to sound weird about that, but like you're able to,
bro.
Yeah, you're able to talk in front of the camera without hesitation or being weird,
Yeah.
So people respect that. People want to be on social media, and they get something out of your content for sure. Obviously, they do. You have a huge following, and you have people buying shit all the time where you can make a living off of it, and that's what matters.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm eternally grateful. Honestly, it's very strange. Like I was thinking about it this morning. Like I am packing up Pokemon cards that I opened already. Like I had like you said, I had the pleasure of opening these.
It's like you're smoking the crack before you sell it.
Exactly. I'm smoking the crack before I sell it. It's so crazy. That is such a perfect analogy. Like I can smell, or like, dude, I'll use an even better one because I smoke weed. It's like selling smoked weed.
Yeah.
It's like dumping out a bowl and like, here's the ashtray, and here's
but they might still get $500 worth.
Yeah, that's the thing. They still might be some nug at the bottom of the ash.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
So it's not like that, but
it's not really like that. But it's that's funny.
Yeah. Well, let's keep going because you have a claim sales.
I do,
on,
but
right?
like I told Kuzi I'd be a couple minutes late, so we can go for a little bit more.
How much is a little bit more? Because we have a decent amount, but we can shorten it.
Like 15, 20.
Okay, cool. Let's rock through it.
Let's do it.
But we jump. I want to hear about the kiosk.
Okay.
Let's jump to that because I feel like that's got to be a good story. You have a very unique GameCube kiosk. Could you tell us more about that and where it originated from?
Yeah, this is like another one of those weird stories. It's not as weird as a Method SNES Lite pickup, but I am constantly on eBay. Like I'm looking at my computer right now with this Zencaster up. I have 3 eBay tabs to the right of it. So it's like constantly on eBay searching, and I found this on eBay, and it was close to me actually. It was in New York, but it was listed really high. It was listed for like, I remember it was listed for 3,000. And I'm not in the market to spend $3,000 on a kiosk, and I wasn't really even in the market for a kiosk. I was just like, if there's going to be anything I buy, it needs to be, like I said in the beginning, like it needs to be something that I can use in my space. Like it has to fit. And you guys both know, like kiosks aren't small.
They're huge.
Like generally they're pretty fucking huge.
Mhm.
And I've played on, like, I've been so lucky that I have like friends that have different kiosks, and like I've gotten to like use some really cool ones and play on really cool kiosks and shit. But like, it was not something I imagined owning until I had like a proper house. Like, or it was not something I imagined even like searching for until I had a proper space to put it. But anyways, saw this on eBay, and it was for $3,000. But it was cool because it was like nothing I'd ever seen. But it's a tabletop GameCube kiosk, and I just never. But it had like, you know, I was like, maybe I thought at first maybe it's like a homemade like DIY type project or something. But it had like all the legit Nintendo stickers on it, like Nintendo America, all I've seen officially licensed like Nintendo signs before, so I had knowledge of like what legit, you know, retail Nintendo stuff looks like. I'm not, and you can do some simple, you know, Google searches what like a Nintendo sticker looks like, or, you know, just different stuff. So I knew it was legit, but nobody really I've never seen one before. But long story short, I was watching the eBay auction for months, and it hadn't moved. It just sat at 3K. He didn't lower the price, didn't do anything. I think at the beginning I put an offer in at like, I think I did offer like 1,500, like back when it was first up, and he declined it pretty much instantly. But I was like, if I could get it for 1,500, like I've never seen one before. Like GameCube's one of my favorite systems. I love the Cube. So I was like, that'd be cool to own. And he declined it. So I was like, whatever. But it sat on my watch list for 9 months, I think. And I think it was just a rainy day, and I was like, fuck it. Like, I'll put in another offer on this thing. Like, it just kind of came back up in my watch list. And I offered $1,000 and he took it. And I was like, no way. I was really expecting him not to take it because it was still listed at 3K. But it was listed for $1,000, and I was like, no, awesome. Like, I'll take it. Like 100%. I messaged him. I was like, do you have any more info on this? Like, I'm curious now. Like, what? Yeah. Where did you get this? And I think I messaged actually before I even bought it, if I remember correctly, because it wouldn't be like me to just buy something completely unknown like that. But he used to be a manager at a Toys R Us in New York, not New York City, but like Long Island. And he was telling me it was like an end cap kiosk, or a kiosk that stores like theirs where they didn't have a lot of room, or they were like competing products, or like there wasn't room for a traditional GameCube kiosk, or like the way that, you know, Beau, you have one, right? You have like one of the more,
yes, I have a
kiosk,
giant one that weighs 600
with
pounds.
The CRT and everything. Yeah, it's like huge. So
yes.
This uses an LCD, so there's no CRT in it, and it's like it's almost like a little computer screen LCD, but it's got S-video input.
What's the dimensions on it?
The screen or the kiosk itself?
The kiosk itself.
So it's about, I'd say, 1.5 feet wide, and then maybe like 2 feet tall, maybe even less than 2 feet, maybe like 20 inches tall.
It's a baby.
Yeah, it takes up. It's smaller than my CRT computer. Not more than a foot. Less than a foot. That's
crazy. It's so small.
It's so tiny and compact. But yeah,
there's an actual GameCube in there.
So the GameCube it's like it comes. You can, I don't know, if you look at the picture I have. There's like a breakout box, and that's where the cube is housed. And that box was bolted down on the counter. There's like heavy bolts, and that's where the cube would live. And I mean, there's bolts all around it, so this thing was bolted in the counter. And it would be cool to one day set it up like that. But right now I just kind of have it so I can move it around.
Yeah.
But yeah, the cube is technically separate.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
It's a very unique piece. I mean, I remember trying to look it up for you and for my own knowledge, because I love knowing everything about kiosks. And I couldn't find anything about it. So,
and it's cool too, because I'll have to send you a picture of the side of it. It matches the same way the cube kiosk you have, like that like the holes in the side pattern going up the side. It has that exact same pattern. Like,
does it
the
have
holes
the graffiti Nintendo logo on the side by chance?
No graffiti Nintendo logo.
Okay.
It has like official Nintendo stickers, like barcode, like what the model. It has a model number.
Yeah, I would love to see pictures.
Yeah,
of,
I'll
like,
show you some
every
more
side
pics.
of it. Yeah,
100%. It's such a weird little unit. Has a big red reset button on the front. Like, I don't know what that would be for. Like, it would be so tempting for someone to push.
Yeah, so that's for, they would put a demo disc in the GameCube, and that would be connected somehow to the reset button on the GameCube.
Yeah, it still works. It works.
So the demo disc, it's like, all right, well, I played Star Fox on this. Let me, try Metroid Prime instead.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like an easy quick switch method.
Yeah, just being a kid and being like, I don't want to play this. Let me try this.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that I was able to learn about that.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised you didn't know that, but yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
those
I just thought it was kind of silly because a kid would just like go up and fucking press it a million times.
Oh, absolutely, all the time, all the time. Yeah, if it came with the original GameCube, it's probably shot, but probably didn't come with the original GameCube, did it?
I don't know. I mean, it looks original. It looks very old.
I mean, you should definitely look at it closely to see if there's any like demo stuff written on it or like scratched into
that's a good
or
point.
something.
I didn't even really check out the console itself.
Like, look inside, like the little like cubby holes underneath the GameCube itself.
Yeah.
Well,
I gotta check it out.
Yeah, definitely do that. So you've owned and showcased a variety of TVs that you play retro games on. Which one was your favorite, or is your favorite if you still own it?
Oh man, it's tough. I have, like you said, I've owned and have played a lot of games on various televisions. I've sold a lot of them at this point, just because, again, if it doesn't fit in the setup and it just doesn't work. And so I think my favorite is probably, I had a JVC, it's called a JVC DTV, which stands for, I guess, no, I'm not even going to pretend like I know what it stands for. I don't know. But I thought I knew, but I don't know. And anyways, it was, it's like a little 17-inch monitor, and it had resolutions from 240p to 1080p.
Whoa.
So you could play a NES or Super Nintendo on it and look fantastic with like the best fidelity from a TV, like a retro gaming like a CRT. And then you could also hook up a Switch. I did this often, like hooked up my Switch and played in 1080p on a CRT with like just the colors just looked unreal, just like really like a different look. So I think that was probably my favorite that I've owned, but I think it gets rivaled by my current setup right here. My friend and our good friend Beau, Jay Bam.
Mm-hmm.
Jay Bam's my homie.
Yeah, so I lived 15 minutes away from Jay Bam for a while and became very good friends. And so he gave me a Mitsubishi Diamond Plus 200, and that is probably my favorite monitor that I have used. It's technically a computer monitor, like a computer CRT, but I have my retro consoles hooked up to it through this thing called an OSSC, which you might know about. It's technically an upscaler.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes the signal from my N64, my Wii, my PS2, all these retro consoles, and displays it in some really, really beautiful, just perfectly upscaled, like 1-to-1 scaled ratio on this very nice computer CRT. So that's probably my favorite thing right now. But so many. Nice. I could nerd out about TVs all day. Yeah.
Yeah, I really want a PVM for myself.
Yeah, they're getting expensive, man. You gotta hop on it.
I know. I hit up a few people through email, like video production companies.
That's the way to do it. I found a free one that way.
Yeah, this one guy was like, "Oh, we have one for $100. I'll sell it to you for." And I said no, but I'm tempted to hit him back up.
You should hit that guy back up.
Yeah,
that's a fantastic deal, depending on what it is. I mean,
and I forget what it was, but I think I asked him like, "How big is it?" And he never got back to me. So maybe I'll just message him and be like, "Do you still have that?"
Yeah, I think it's worth it.
All right.
I think it's worth it.
All right.
Do it. All right.
What else we got?
Well, since it is our last episode before Christmas, I believe, we've got a couple of Christmas questions for all of us to answer. Is there anything you are hoping that Santa has under the tree for you on Christmas morning?
Oh man, not really. I am the worst because I think I just buy all. I love just buying myself gifts. Like I think I just do Christmas shopping for myself. Like and I buy myself what I want, and then nobody else has even the opportunity to get me anything that I might even want. So I can't even. I might have wanted Cyberpunk, but as we see, it's already
you already got it.
Like I got completely prepared. You guys said it looks good. So it's just boom, done. And I feel like that's my impulse control in terms of spending money like that is very poor. Mm-hmm. So in terms of gifts, I don't even think there's anything left. I don't know. I sound like a spoiled brat, but I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
That's sort of how I
really
am.
Want.
Yeah. I'm excited. My wife is so excited.
Yeah.
To do Christmas with me this year, and so am I. And she's like,
"That's awesome.
Do you want to open a present now?" And I'm like, "Babe, we do this every year, and we usually end up opening all of our presents before Christmas, besides one." And I'm like, "This year, I really want to wait because I got her some really special stuff too." So, yeah,
that's awesome.
We're gonna wait until the 25th. Maybe we'll open an early one the 24th, but yeah, we'll see. Before we close out, do you have a memorable gift you got for Christmas? A memorable.
Oh yeah, a memorial. Yeah, no, definitely. I got
all the first hitting me
at once.
Yes,
my first home console was a GameCube that I got for Christmas.
That's awesome. What color?
That was rad. It was an indigo purple launch edition with Luigi's Mansion pack-in bundle.
Hell yeah!
And it was when I opened that up, baby. Woo!
Yeah,
yeah, those good memories. Yeah, screaming for sure.
Fuck
and
yeah.
I think I got a Game Boy Advance too for Christmas one year, and that was similar. Yeah, shout out my parents who supported. It was weird. They supported the video game hobby by buying me and stuff, and got mad when I played it so much. So it was just very interesting dichotomy there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Do you think last one, Beau?
Whatever you want to do.
Let's do one more. I don't want to hold up your claim sale. I know at
you're all good. I'm having fun doing this. I don't mind.
All right.
Let's end on the let's everybody share their favorite Christmas or winter themed video game. I'll do that because there's a lot of Christmas video games.
Ryan, you go first on this one.
All right. The first thing that comes to mind, and it's just weird that I think of this, it's one of the 007 games, and it has the level on, it's just a snow level. And I played whatever level that was. It's a split screen with my homie. I think it was on PS2. Maybe it was 007 Nightfire or one of the, I don't know, but it had this snow level where you could ride the gondola, you could ride, and it was split screen, just shoot, whoever shot each other. That was it. It was just and I played that over and probably hundreds of hours playing that that level with homies on the PS2. So bizarre.
Oh, yeah. It's a good winter one.
Mine would be either 1080 snowboarding or snowboard kids for the 64.
Amazing games.
Yeah. I remember there was a character in 1080 snowboarding that was close. His name was close to being Tamagotchi. And I'd always choose him and be like, yeah, I'm Tamagotchi.
I'm Tamagotchi. That's fire.
I think the first one that came to mind when I thought about Christmas video game was the Home Alone 2 game for Super Nintendo. Game Boy.
Oh my God. I played that the other day. It is I couldn't get past the first level.
The Game Boy game's really hard.
It's a very yeah.
I was about to. Okay, I was losing my mind. I wish we had all day to talk about this. I was losing my mind trying to okay, the first level you have to go up an elevator at the end or something. Like there's a doorbell. I didn't understand. I didn't know how to press the button. I couldn't press whatever button you press. Like I tried every button. So I just got stuck there, and I was like, I'm done. And that was the extent.
Yeah,
I was so furious. I was playing on a FaceTime call with my buddy, and I was just, this is so stupid, because I was trying to play like a Christmas game.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But I think my favorite winner game would be SSX3 for the PlayStation 2.
Yes.
So good.
That was my shit. When it came to snowboard games, that was mine. I know a lot of people like Tricky more, but 3 was the one I had growing up, so that was good.
Did they have the Tricky song in 3?
I don't think they did.
Okay. But not as good then.
No, it was, the soundtrack was fire though. Like, all right. It was a good soundtrack.
It was always good.
They didn't release an SSX. Yeah, they were always so good.
Yeah, so good. Let's close it off with Ryan, for you and for us. But what's one New Year's resolution that you have, or something you want to do in 2021?
Ooh. A New Year's resolution and something I want to do is probably just continue to diversify where I'm putting my content and the type of content I'm producing.
Right on.
That's good.
I respect that. How about you, Kelly?
What about y'all?
I think after doing this year, I think that I want to do, I don't know how to phrase it, but I guess it would just be like essentially upping my content game. Since I manage my business on a social media platform, we have this, and then myself, like, you know, I just kind of want to take it and actually put some pride in it, like we were talking about earlier. Yeah. You know, like I feel like I do the same thing a lot, like, oh, quick, I need to make something, you know, or whatever. But I think I like being creative, and I have the opportunity to and the time to put into it. I think that I want to focus more on putting what I can actually do onto the internet and making posts that I care about for things that I care about, such as a podcast or, you know, my business or whatever it may be. So I think that's my goal.
Yeah. I think mine would be the sort of similar, you know, even just after talking to you, Ryan, in the beginning. It made me realize that, you know, maybe I should start looking at photography forums and look into a new camera, because the camera that I'm using is probably a decade old, and
yeah, mine's probably too.
It's still a great camera, and it shoots well, but there's probably so much more new technology that could benefit my pictures, especially with uploading them just on the simple scale of that, and just really focus on the craft of making my pictures look like something that I want to show to the world.
Hell yeah.
Solid.
Yeah.
Solid.
Well, cool. I love this podcast so much.
Thank you guys. This was awesome.
Ryan. I really appreciate you coming on and talking to us. I'm fighting a dog right now on the couch to not lay on my laptop.
Well, we'll take a second here and we'll close it out. Make sure you check us out on our website, precisely.live. You can listen to episodes, old episodes, this episode, any new episodes. You can check out our merch page there. Buy yourself a hoodie, buy yourself a t-shirt. Treat yourself. You can also check us out on our social pages, Precisely Podcast, on the Gram or on the Facebook if you do that. Also, you can follow us personally. I'm Highway to Kel. Beau, you are?
At Beau's_game room. And Ryan, you're at?
OG Retro, and the O is a 0.
Yeah.
So, but yes. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for having me on tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And good luck with the claim sale tonight. And
thank you.
Yeah, we really appreciate you coming on.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, if you guys want to stop by, I'd love to see you. Awesome. Cheers. Awesome. Yeah, no worries.